o som vai aumentando o som que o baile funk acabou de começar.
Suppose there are times when you lose your troubled mind. Suppose there are times when you're feeling undefined. Suppose there are days when your colors turn to gray. That's when you call me and know just what to say. We go out and on the line. We jump and touch the light. We dance and we don't sleep until we die. We don't have to worry. Drink up the night, it's early. Keep dancing, dancing, just running right.
All right. What's good, guys? It is your girl Mitch Gaming, and we're officially back again tonight for the PUBG Mobile East Africa Clash semi-finale. Yesterday we had day one. Today we're in day two. We saw Group A versus Group B. Tonight we're going to be looking at Group B versus Group C, and we're going to be seeing how that is going to be going. Of course, Group B is ahead in terms of points, but that's totally okay. When we look at the maps tonight, we're going to be having 4 matches. Match 1 is going to be Erangel, Match 2 Miramar, Match 3 Sandhawk, and then the last game of the night is going to be Erangel. And as we saw yesterday, we had a team there getting 2 chicken dinners when they were looking at Match 1 and the last match in Match 4 Erangel. We had later eSports there. I mean, doing their thing. They got their chicken dinner twice. So I don't know if that's going to be the case. But when we look at the scores, as of yesterday's games, we have Rage Esports already leading with 52 points in. Later Esports with 49, Invincibles coming there with 39. Neon Force 36. TDS Power is also doing great. We have them at 31, Force Strength at 30. But every other team so far, they're still below 30 because Aesthetic is at 21, Gen Z and Team Solomid at 18. ATLMAGICIANS with MRUHYPERZ getting 14 points each. And then we have at position 12, where we have Project X with 8 points. I basically understand how the scores look like that and why they ended up being that way, but that's totally fine. Ocean Galaxy, it was quite disappointing seeing them at 7 total points as of yesterday's games, and I hope the next 2 days they're going to improve in terms of that. Never Die Esports a time in Reg scored 2 points each, and then every other team they're coming in with 0 points, of course, because they did not get to play in the semi-finals yesterday. So we just finished day 1. We're going to day 2. I'm actually very much excited. I'm waiting to see what's going to be happening before we head on to the first game, that is Rangel. Just make sure you guys are doing the necessary, that is liking, sharing, and subscribing. You can as well shout out to your countries, keep the get your country's flag on the comment section, give them a big shout out. They made it to the semi-finals. It's not easy. $2,000 on the line. There is a lot they have been trying to, grasp. And at the end of the day, it's a matter of what they're going to be doing in this semi-finale, because only 10 teams will be going to the grand final. So you can imagine, out of all those teams, only 10 are going to the finale. So that's going to be a little bit tight here for the teams. Scores already quite margined. You can see we are Rage Esports at 52 points. That's actually a really big margin. Later Esports, even after getting all those points for 2 chicken dinners, they did not make it as close as Rage Esports are in terms of their points. So I don't know what's going to be happening tonight. All I can say is buckle up. Make sure you're ready to enjoy all the action that is going to happen, because I mean, semi-finals, a lot of tension, there's a need to win, there's a need to get placement points, kill points. There's a lot that is on the line for these teams. And to be honest, I'm just going to be here to watch them. I need to see some teams need to improve, man. Yesterday, they just didn't do that thing. We had Generation Z flanking in the last game in Rangel, chilling in the middle of the ocean just to get the points. So I don't know if that's going to be the case tonight. I've not seen some countries that I saw during the qualifiers and the group stage. So I'm guessing then the Group C teams. And I'm going to be waiting on that as well, just to see what's going to happen. They're going to amaze us, because I saw some people making, TikTok videos of how, I was gassing that one team. But I'm not gassing, guys. If the team was doing great, they deserve the credit. But for tonight, let's just see if that's going to be the same case as well. And you know me, if I see a team is doing great, if I see a sneaky player like Shakid, I will talk about it. So that's basically what I'm going to do tonight as well. We had Shakid there doing that thing. Basically waiting for a chance in Sunhawk. He got 11 eliminations as the only player yesterday to get all those kills. So I don't know. I'm not really gassing people. I'm just saying what is there, okay? If someone is doing a good job, we have to give them that. If their ideal is thinking through where the players can be, for example, 4 strength, yesterday they had the best zones throughout the games. That means their ideal from 4 strength, even though I don't know who that is, you can tell me in the comment section who the ideal for strength is. And then from that, I'll be able to, say something as well, because he was doing a really good job, gave the team the chance, to dominate the game, have the safe zones, do their thing. So that's something, again, I'm going to be looking at to see if it's going to happen tonight. And just to look at the teams that are playing tonight, when it comes to Group B, versus C, we have Team SOLOMID. So Group B basically played yesterday, but then Group C, we have Team Unique is back in the game, REDSO, ZEUS, MORIS, Relentless eSports, Pain Africa, Blacklist, MRUHYPERZ eSports, Tactical Team, Nightmare, and LALENA eSports, together with Unity Force and the Islanders. Okay, just give me a sec.
Suppose there are times when you lose your trouble mind. Suppose there are times when you're feeling unfound. Suppose there are days when your colors touch the ground. That's when you call me and know just what to say. We go out and on the night. We jump and touch the light. We dance and we don't sleep until we die. We don't have to worry. Drink up the night, it's early. Keep dancing, 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 running right.
Yeah. Money make the world go round. I'm trying to get it all right now. Everybody worry about the crown being. Look, homie, I'm the man right now. Talking to a peon, kind of time we on. Don't hold like the kind of take eons. Got a little buzz, it's time to go beyond. Can't look back, no time to hit rewind. Yeah, she wants to do S class. I'm like, boo, you must ask. They pour way too much in your glass. Just move your hips like a whole up class. Get the gab, I talk that gab. Strut like up and I walk that shit. When I'm up, that's it. I'ma start living reckless. Get that bag, I'ma walk like this. Yeah, I'ma walk like this. Hit that lane, I'ma walk like this. Walk in the spot, but they all get lit. Told them on flow, let me talk my shit. Every song bang when they drop in hit. Said on the man, post stop, no miss. Over your head, next time, don't slip. Play your part, better read that script. Yeah, I'ma walk like this. Yeah. I'm steady focused on money now. I'm trying to count to 100 down. That's daily. Grady pay me. M's and M's, no slim shady. Bank account going so crazy. Still live it up when I'm over 80. Flying, I'm hotter than Hades. Middle fingers up to the ones when I hate me. Come with my ride and I'm up like a drought. Everybody lying for a little bit of clout. Stay making moves like I'm trying to sell a house. That's how it be when you're raised in the South. Mama always said that this money be the death of me. Money can't buy you happy, but I never seen a sad man riding a jet ski. Time will tell, moving breakneck speed. First it was hate, now they got my steez. Took small sips, now they drinks on me. Commas in the bank, that's all I need. Business first and chill after. Set to cruise, but not the actor. Work hard, let the money stack up while y'all broke like a stress fresh. My God.
Okay, guys, sorry for that short break, but we're officially back. We are heading to the first game of the night when it comes to day two for the semi-finale in the PUBG Mobile East Africa Clash. We are going to be seeing a lot of, intense fights here and there, a lot of maybe not really camping, but very interesting gameplays. Yesterday, Gen Z led in terms of very interesting gameplays, doing the very wide rotations on the map. So I don't know if we're going to be seeing the same thing tonight, but all in all, we're heading into the first game of the night. Uh, yes, we're heading into the first game of the night, and of course, we have to give a big shout out to GP Esports for the beautiful, and I mean beautiful, production when it comes to these games. From the beginning till now, they have been with us, and we give them a very big shout out. We appreciate you guys so much. And if you want to contact GPE, just make sure you go to their Instagram page. You can get them there, or even on Discord. You can reach out to them. You can reach out to any admin on PUBG Mobile East Africa, and we'll send you the GPE Discord link, and you can get the same beautiful services. And as well, for our sponsors, by the way, the people who are making these games work, we have the eSports Somali Association. Thank you so much. We have the Kenya PUBG Mobile League, and we also have Bravo, a player, just a player who actually a fast competitive player. So thank you again, Bravo, for that. And lastly, River's Foundation. But let's go ahead and start game one of the night, and that's gonna be Erangel. I don't know how you guys are feeling about tonight's games. You know, yesterday it was very shaky. We had a lot of things happening. We had teams losing fights too early. Some of them didn't lose fights too early, but well, a lot definitely happened there. Teams were not able to get their chicken dinners, and teams were disadvantaged by the zone. So I hope that's not going to be the case when it comes to tonight. I hope you're going to be having very good play coming from the players tonight. Who's the person asking who's repping Kenya? You guys know. You just want me to say it. But yes, we're going to be seeing how tonight's games are going to be going. We have the flight path there coming from Georgia all the way to Milta Power. We have teams are going to the usual landing spots, probably are thinking of a way of where they're going to be landing, what their strategy is going to be. At the end of the day, it is the semi-finale. We are in day two. For a group like Group B, tonight we're going to be seeing Group B playing their last chance when it comes to the semi-finals, the PUBG Mobile East Africa Clash games. So I don't know what Group B players are planning, because once tonight's games end, then that's basically it for them. They're going to have to start thinking of a way to make it work for them. They have to either camp it out, or how do I put this? Re-strategize. If yesterday's games did not work, if their strategy did not work, then they should probably think of something else to do. But for now, let's just get to it and enjoy the first game of the night in the East Africa Clash Games semi-finale. Let me just open this a minute. Okay, let's get it. So far we have the team here representing Kenya. Let me just answer you because you were asking. But we have Rex Code here from Kenya. They are a team from Kenya. They're representing Kenya in the semi-finale. They made it here, so GG's to them as well. Tonight we're going to be seeing which teams are going to be doing their best when it comes to the last day for the Group B games. We have Mao Esports going for that push. I don't know why TDS went outside, but we have a push there again. What they don't know is that Demonic is quite low. Does get a beautiful knock there on Demonic with the M16A4 taking him all the way back to lobby. We have Zekro as well, just trying to get closer to his teammates, because already one of their players has been taken back to lobby for tactical team right now. It's looking very crowded in Poliana. We have a couple of teams here right now. You can see them trying to get something happening there. The sprays are there. Relentless Esports. The team, I was told them gassing, guys. I am not, man. Y'all need to rest, okay? But as you can see, what is happening right now is Poliana is quite crowded. We have Relentless Esports, we have Mount Esports, we have TDS, we have three teams in Poliana. Georgia Pool as well is crowded. We have the 4-strength team, we have ZEUS MORIS also on that side. When you look at Milta, we also have a couple of, Milta has only one team. But when you look at Farm there, we have two teams as well on that side. Pachinki has 3 teams, and Rozok has 2 teams on that side as well. Primosk is looking a little bit safe from the Magicians, because they don't have anyone coming towards them on that side. So they might be able to hold it for a while, but I don't know how long they're going to hold it before anyone decides to go towards Primos can maybe camp it out on that side as well. But the zone is looking a little bit good here. The safe zone is on the southern side of the Rangel towards the western side as well. The bridge there in Fieri Pierre is going to be a place you're going to be looking at just to see the fight that is going to be happening there, which teams are going to be dominating for them, the teams that are playing tonight. We don't know how they're going to be taking it or how they're going to have it happening. But if you're already here, guys, do the necessary like. That's all I ask for. Like the live. That's all that matters here. Like, if you're yet to subscribe, hit that sub button. I mean, you get to watch many more competitive games here, and I hope you'll enjoy them at the end of the day. But we have Relentless Esports player Nate there, trying to see what they can have happening on their side. We have the ZEUS final boss, ZEUS final boss, and ZEUS MORIS. Two teams that have similar names are in the game tonight. We have REDSO as well. There's no one around them. They might be a little bit lucky because Pochinki, normally people shy away from that side unless it's Pain Africa. That is a team that I'm used to seeing landing towards Pochinki. They tend to love it around there. And now everyone, surprisingly, is going towards Pochinki. Rex Squad is going that side. Blacklist is going towards Pochinki. REDSO is also passing just for us outside Pochinki where they're holding. They might be also going towards Pochinki. So Pochinki will be crowded, depending on how the teams decide to go about it. Are they going to be going for that push or not? We can see their rec squad yesterday. They didn't really perform that much in terms of their scores. I believe they came out as a probably position 16 there because they got very little points. Yes, they got 2 points from yesterday's games. So I don't know what their strategy is going to be tonight. But I'm hoping that whatever strategy they choose to take will be able to give them a little bit more points on their end. But other than that, guys, welcome to the live stream. This is the PUBG Mobile East Africa Clash Games, day 2 for the semi-finale. We are just in the first game of the night, and that is Rangel. We have a unity from REDSO. They're also flanking. I don't know why these teams are not choosing to go closer to each other. You can see what is happening. 20 teams in the game. Everyone is scared. You can see ZEUS final boss Godly snaking towards the players that are right in front of them. I don't know why they seem a little bit shocked or rather worried that they don't want to move open because they are doubting that they're the only ones in this place right now. But all they need to do is just find a compound and hold because snaking it out by the bush won't really help anything or change anything at the end of the day. But the zone is about to close in. You're going to be having teams coming there from Rozok. They're going towards the safe zone. Teams Ineos Neapoliana, where we had tactical team. They'll be going towards the safe zone. We also have the players from Relentless Esports. They're now changing. They're flanking it, trying to make it to the safe zone. Mount Esports as well is leaving his Neapoliana. We have the Dybala there, and his teammates are also going towards the safe zone. The teams in mansion that is MRU are also looking towards going to the safe zone. But they also have to be careful because there is a team right in front of them that is going to be waiting for them there. If they're not careful, they might not be able to make it to a safe place without any unnecessary or unexpected fights in this game. We have school is getting a little bit crowded there. Ocean Galaxy, Unique also there in a school. We're going to be seeing what's going to be happening there. The zone does shift. And I'm praying we make we have some fight there by the bridge there just to see what's going to be happening. Are we going to be having campers, along that bridge? Are we going to be seeing people holding it out because they do not know where to go and they need the kill points? 20 teams are still in the game. No one has changed. No one has engaged. Only one team lost a player there. We had Mount Esports, one of their teammates, Ines Neapoliana, was taken back to lobby. But you can see what is happening. Okay, so the zone is shifted now, and teams are definitely going towards the safe zone. We have Pochinki there is now having people moving from that place. We have ZEUS as well. Rexford is going to get closer to ZEUS on that end. When we look at what is happening around them right now, we have a lot of fights that are going to be happening depending on where these teams choose to go. Pochinki is crowded. Milta as well was crowded, but now because the zone has moved, no fight is going to happen on that end. But I have never seen this, okay? The zone has shifted. We are in the second phase, actually going to the third phase, and people have not lost teams yet. We only have Final Boss there having one of their teammates knocked. Ocean Galaxy are going towards where the fight is right now. We have Paid Africa and REDSO engaging right now. That means Pochinki is getting a little bit crowded, but let's see what's going to be this Final Boss reaction to this fight. You can see what is happening. Panda waiting patiently with the shotgun. The shotgun has become a common in this because everyone is now using them. I kept on asking what changed, what made people decide that they are going to be playing with these shotguns when it comes to competitive scene. What changed? Initially, it was the DBS. Everyone went for the DBS when it was introduced to the game. Everyone wanted to use it, but now you can see it is the S1, and now you can see Team Unique getting some damage on their end. Their sporting teams around them. They're just close to Pochinki, where we have Pain Africa and REDSO engaging against each other. Ocean Galaxy are going as far away from this fight because they have already lost one of their teammates, and that is Arman. Yesterday, Federal was able to do a really good job there. Took out Invincibles as a solo. And now we have the fourth strength. They have a team right next to them. That is the ATLMAGICIANS. We have a push here. Beautiful spray there. Beautiful cover from Q's. Does get a knock on Magician Calvin. We have a push again. The vehicle does pass by and he's ready to go for that push. He needs to be careful because Q's was almost getting this guy down, but then unfortunately, our Magicians, our player, are the Magicians in this game. They're ready to do what they gotta do to get their points up. Yesterday, they didn't really do that much. They got only 14 points in when it came to yesterday's game. So it is GG's to them. They're getting the fourth strength, the team all the way back to lobby, and now they are able to stand and fight another fight in this first game of the night, and that is a rival. Looking at the zone now, we have teams are going towards the bridge. A fairy pair is in no man's land. No one is there actually. Everyone is quite far away. When we look at Query as well, no one is there, but it seems like Pain Africa and REDSO are on each other's necks there. We have Flashbang in for that push. Pain Africa having taken at least two players there from REDSO, and the push is definitely going to be happening because as soon as we see the weakness, why not go for it? Two players in lobby, two players are still standing from REDSO. We also have Unique engaging in a fight currently. So finally, we have the teams engaging in fights. Initially, no one was going for that fight. Everyone was just camping it out. Everyone was waiting for a chance. And now REDSO has another team right in front of them. They need to be careful because Team SOLOMID is holding that compound and they're not moving a single inch. Unless you remove them from that compound, they are not moving. Pain Africa are still looking for REDSO, but then unfortunately the guys already moved. They already changed their location. They're no longer close to them, but we have a team creeping in on the lower side right in front of them. Just by the hill there, we're going to be seeing a fight against Pain Africa and the team that is right next to them. But when I look at the zone now, everyone is literally everywhere and they need to find the best place they can hold. Otherwise, this game is just going to be GG's for them and there's nothing they can do. They're just losing points. $2,000 on the line. Second day of the semi-finale. Tomorrow is the last day in the semi-finals, and after tomorrow 10 teams will be chosen. You will be knowing which teams have made it to the grand finale. At the end of the day, we all need to make it there because only the 16 teams that make it to the finals are the teams that will go home with something. So basically, after this stage, you are guaranteed that you have something in your bag for the effort you have done for playing every single game from the beginning till the end of the PUBG Mobile East Africa Clash games. And we have here the players from Ocean Galaxy right in front of them. There's a team passing by, and we might just be seeing a fight there, depending on what Ocean Galaxy's plan is as of now. But we have them trying to loot up, trying to get the loot up, and it might be okay for now. But if a team passes by and that is open above the ground, there's a lot that is going to be happening there, and they just need to be at the right place at the right time before anything happens there. Then luckily for them, the zone does close in on the bridge. Only a small part of the bridge is on the zone. MRUHYPERZ is going to be forced to come from military base, and there's our team. Okay, SL, that is a Kenyan team, and that's the team they were asking which team is going to be representing Kenya, and they're holding the bridge there. So MRU, I don't know what their plan is going to be, but we're going to be seeing what happens there. But when we have Mount Esports going in for that push, nades are flying in, not a single Kobe yet, but then they're ready to go for that push. Mount Esports are down two players, only two of them remaining, Sky and Atox. We have the DBS in hand here from the Magicians, and then ready to take on that push. We have already one player from other players are from SOLOMID is down. That means the Alt Magicians have a chance of going for that push. Beautiful spray there from Duke. Does get a second knock of the Alt Magicians players. And now for them, they can feel the pressure. Their teammates are getting knocked down one by one, and it is GG's for them. They have been eliminated. Team SOLOMID, unfortunately, it is GG's to you guys. And now we have a Nightmare taking on Tactical Team as well. But now Mao Esports Inquiry might be forced to engage in the fight there because there's a team that is right next to them. Seems like ZEUS is taking on Break as well, taking them down one by one. You can see what is happening there on the kill feed. We have Tactical Team getting the Kobe's there, getting the knocks there, trying to get the thrust happening. Madman is quite low, trying to smoke up his place. Tactical player Baby just on the upper side where he is right now. He needs to be careful because as soon as this guy stands, they can easily see Madman. I think he's lacking in terms of meds here. He's trying to change his position, and you can feel the pressure. He's trying to make it to the safest place. Nades are going to be thrown towards him, but are they going to be able to connect? We have now Stone from Tactical Team. They're getting closer to Madman. They're all waiting it out. No one wants to go for that push. Everyone is basically camping. Everyone wants to take their sweet time. No one wants to engage fully. It's either we go for that push or not. And if we don't get it, then why not just let it be? Era trying to cook up a nade there. We have Madman getting knocked there by Torfinho. Nades flying as well from Unique Team. And now the nades are coming in. Legacy cooking up a nade. We have a Kobe on Stone. Tactical Team seems to be changing their position. They don't want to be close at where the fight is. Legacy is still cooking up the nades. Frags also cooking up the nades. I mean, your name is Frags. I hope the nades do work. The nade does connect. But then, unfortunately, he is also down. He has been knocked. And we have Legacy cooking up another nade. Tactical Team player Stone right on the right side there with the beautiful flank, getting the cover fire on their teammate. Torfinho is finally up. For Unique now, they are on the disadvantaged side. They have their players quite low. They are the other players are not. But then Legacy is not going down without the fight. Gets a knock there on Tactical Era, taking him all the way back to lobby. The damage on Legacy, and it is GG's because you need to be careful where you're standing. Nightmare watching this fight from afar. Let's get the last player there from Unique. That might hurt because, well, they were able to take out Tactical Team. They got the damage there. They did their best, but then it didn't really work out. I don't know how. But yeah, it's just what happens there. It is what it is there. The person asking what's okay, the person asking how is Neon Force already at 30 points because there are teams that played yesterday when it came to the Group A versus Group B games, and Neon Force was amongst those teams. So yes, they're already leading and with 30 points. So for tonight, Group C is starting afresh. You know, they don't have points. For Group B, this is the last day for them when it comes to the PUBG Mobile East Africa Clash games semi-finals. Day 2. We have ZEUS there supporting the players from Pain Africa. Blacklist making it to the safe zone. I'm not saying Blacklist at all. They have been really quiet. I don't know when they're planning to engage or what their strategy is when it comes to these fights. We have the Island Bros. So this is SL. It's a team from Kenya. What's surprising is that Mimoida is a lady, Skylar is a lady, and Kyra is a lady. And they're the ones representing Kenya in this game, and we love to see it. We want to see how they're going to take on these fights. Are they going to be, doing that thing there? We have Neon Force, a player No Mercy, being taken back to lobby their GGs. Oh, okay, I'm here back. Okay, so REDSO holding just beneath where we have the players from Island Bros. Where we have 777, we have Mimoidos, we have Skylar and Kyra holding it out. The zone might just be forcing them to change their location right now. There's a team right in front of them. 15 teams remaining. This game has 20 teams, okay? 20 total teams, Group D versus Group C. A beautiful nade there from the Magicians, and we might be seeing a push the Ocean Galaxy No Face. Has to be careful. Another nade has been pre-naded. Another knock on the players from Ocean Galaxy. No Face has been taken back. So the Federal there trying to get a push there. And the Ocean Galaxy players, easy peasy, have been taken back to lobby by the Alt Magicians. I don't know why or how, but you see what just happened there. The Alt Magicians players, Ocean Galaxy, have been eliminated by them. The Magicians are just doing their thing, playing with the magic in this game and taking players all the way back to lobby. Blacklist right now have been forced to engage in a fight. There is a team right in front of them. I don't know if that's the Relentless team, but it seems like they're going to be going for that push now. More esports been eliminated, smokes everywhere. One kids are trying to get as many smokes up. They need to change their position. They are basically in the middle, and Alt Magicians is not done. They're also getting to go for that push on the player community already. Yeah, going in for that push. Players from Alt Magicians, they're trying to get the B5s just to make sure they don't lose players anymore. And you can see what is happening here. Smoke trying to cook up a nade. We have a copy on these players. The nade will not connect because there's no one right there. But then Magicians, Zenex, and his teammates are ready to take on the players from REDSO. They are trying to heal up. They are trying to get their revives in. And we have Kevin going in for that push. REDSO right outside the door there, waiting for a chance to take on the players from Alt Magicians as they try to heal up, as they try to get the meta. And Kelvin with the S12K trying to go for that push there. Two players down already. Smoke and his teammates are able to go for that push, taking the two players down. And we have another knock-in on red, so that means one player remains, and that is Unity. Yeah, going in for that push. We can see in a clutch there. He's low. The players are going in for that push, and it is going to be GG's for you, REDSO, and congratulations for that second wipe there, Alt Magicians. Already 14 eliminations in the bag. I don't know what Alt Magicians is on today, but it's actually working. Blacklist having a hard time. They are basically in the middle of every single team that is passing by. They are surrounded. Fights are going to be happening around them. They're going to be third party because as of now, they are no longer safe. Alt Magicians being the only team holding the compound. They have held that compound. I don't know, for the longest time. 2 fights in, they're still holding the compound. No one has been able to eliminate them. So it is a good thing for them. Of course, they're still surviving, but they're going to be receiving some pressure because people are going to push them, and they're going to force them to leave that compound just to be able to take them this compound and be on the safe side. We have Neon Force joining Alt Magicians again. It's going to be the fourth match for them because initially they did have the first fight before they made it here, and now that Neon Force is there, we're going to be seeing another fight as well. REDSO trying to hook up an A, the SL. Alrighty, sorry about that. So Impulse will be trying to go for that push. They have the SL team getting closer to them. Kyra. Yaya is on was on they were going against the last player going against Alt Magicians. We have beautiful Kobe. Let's go. That is what I call a pre-nade on the player from REDSO, and we are going to be seeing a push there because one of their teammates have been taken back. So Skylar are going in for that push already. They have been able to take one player down. That means REDSO is a pressure. They have only one person remaining standing, but then for SL, they're not aware that it is only one guy standing from REDSO, and that is Moonbot. And we have Skylar still waiting it out right outside the warehouse, waiting for Moonbot to go for that push, and we're going to be having a very interesting turn of events right now. 6 teams remaining. We have the MRU team right next to where we have REDSO and Skylar are trying to get some fight happening there. Excuse me. We have teams now closing in. Nightmare still in the game. Sorry about that. So Skylar, as of now, is going to be seeing how she or he, I don't know who's playing tonight, but I'm sure it's the she because this, I know her. And she's going to try and go for that push because already what is happening here is that they need to be to have as many points as possible. Placement points wise, they're doing a good job. But then in terms of eliminations, I don't know about that. They only have 2 points in when it comes to the eliminations they got. And they need to get closer. LALENA eSports are still in the game. I haven't seen this team in quite some time, so that's also going to be quite interesting. We want to see how this is going to transpire for these teams. We have MRUHYPERZ just waiting for a chance to have anything happening there, but then Skylar unfortunately has been taken back to lobby. 4 teams remaining. A lot of pressure is in now. LALENA eSports has to get closer to the safe zone. MRU as well are trying to make it to the safe zone, but then Neon Force, Klaus watching them as they try to pass by. GG starts going for that push. Klaus is ready to take him on, and he's ready to do the DBS speed, but that is not really working because you can see what's happening there. The pre-fires, the sprays there from MRU, and the players there from Neon Force have been taken back to lobby. We have just 3 teams remaining. MRU LALENA eSports and ATLMAGICIANS. And the compound that ATLMAGICIANS has been holding from, I don't know, the fourth, fifth zone is still safe. It is still the safest place to be in, but they need to start moving because they need to get a little bit higher on the high ground because LALENA eSports now are holding the best place to be in terms of the safe zone. ATLMAGICIANS need to get moving. MRU as well needs to get moving. But then LALENA eSports is not going to move a muscle because they are in the safe zone right now. ATLMAGICIANS are just by the edge of the zone there. They are also a little bit safe, but when the zone closes in, we're not going to be sure where it's going to be going and where they're going to be forced to go to. But then you have LALENA player being talked down there. That means that the MRU players are able to see LALENA eSports the player there, TC Sexy, trying to get a sprays. They're trying to get the cover sprays for their team, but then it's not really working. No knock has been registered yet. Calvin trying to smoke up the whole place here, trying to change their position. The LALENA eSports still standing strong. MRUHYPERZ, the player Pixel, they're almost giving an on Kobe, on himself. That would have been something to talk about because, you know, Kobe in yourself is legendary, you know, perfect name. But we have the player there, ATLMAGICIANS ZEUS, are getting that spray on the player from LALENA eSports. One knock in, and Zendex will be able to go for that push. MRU Pixel still trying to get a Kobe's on the players from ATLMAGICIANS. But what the player doesn't know is that ATLMAGICIANS is no longer on the upper side of the room. They're actually outside the building, going towards the LALENA eSports. MRU GG is quite low. The zone is damaging the players. He might be taken back to lobby. He might not be able to make it to the zone, but then he does make it to the zone. The players from LALENA eSports putting on the pressure there as ATLMAGICIANS trying to make it to the zone. We have P-Tax watching from afar. MGC players are still down. LALENA watching this from afar. P-Tax needs to get something happening. The nade does go in, and we have a knock being confirmed. The second nade in again, and the players are from MGC might just be eliminated by just the grenades. Not even people going in for that push. Knocks are getting confirmed there. P-Tax are doing a good job. MRUGG is just watching and playing it safe. They are smoking the whole place just to be on the safe side. Mollies and nades are getting thrown towards him. Yogen, I don't know if it's Yogen, but we have him there trying to get something happening there. But then the last player from ATLMAGICIANS has been taken back to lobby by Chillboy. GG has now been the last player remaining from MRU. Will be forced to do a whole 1v4 against the players from LALENA. You can see the damage, and unfortunately, GG's was just lying there quite open. LALENA eSports with the high ground, they were able to take these players all the way back to lobby. So then again, GG's to you, LALENA eSports. A well-deserved winner chicken dinner. We love to see it. Actually, LALENA didn't really engage in any fight from the beginning. And now they engage in that fight. They were nowhere in any fight that was happening, okay? LALENA was just playing it safe. And finally, they have gotten their winner chicken dinner. So then again, congratulations to you, LALENA eSports. GG's on that. MRU, unfortunately, GG's was the only person remaining from their team. Wouldn't have been an easy fight going against the whole team. They had MGC right next to them as well. So it was kind of a 50-50 for MRU, but then GG still LALENA eSports getting the best position to hold when the game was coming to a close. MGC almost had it, but then they were surrounded, and it is unfortunate they were not able to get their winner chicken dinner. We have the winner chicken dinner starts. We have TT Sexy getting 3 eliminations, a damage of 724. P-Tax getting 4 eliminations, a damage of 505. Chillboy 2 eliminations, a damage of 259. And we have Yogen getting 2 eliminations and a damage of 385. So GG's again to you, LALENA eSports, for that beautiful winner chicken dinner. It was well deserved, and we love to see it. That is exactly why we are watching these games tonight. We have the match rank there. ATLMAGICIANS getting 22 total points from this game. That's really good. There we have LALENA getting 21, MRUHYPERZ 9, Blacklist with 8, Pain Africa are getting 7, Ian for 6, Tactical Team 5, Team Unique and ZEUS MORIS together. REDSO, Island Bros are getting 4 points each, Relentless getting 3, Nightmare 2, ZEUS Final Boss, Ocean Galaxy, Rex Squad, and Unity Force getting 1 point each. And unfortunately for Team SOLOMID, they were not able to get any points from that game. Looking at the man of the match, when it comes to this game, we have a Smokey, MGC Smokey getting 7 eliminations, dealing a damage of 964, as total survival time as 23 minutes and 45 seconds, with a total of 4 knockouts on their end. This is to you, MGC Smokey, for getting the man of the match title when it comes to game one of the second day in the semi-finale. Looking at the head-to-head stats now, we have Alt Magicians getting 17 total eliminations and LALENA eSports getting 11. Total damage dealt by MGC 2,546. LALENA eSports 1,873. Magicians getting 60 knockouts, with LALENA getting 6 knockouts. And we have total time in the blue for the Magicians as 0 seconds, and for LALENA eSports as 2 minutes and 14 seconds. That is actually expected for Magicians. They were able to hold the game there for quite some time. They did not really stay in the blue zone at all. They were basically doing their rotations, taking their time, waiting for a chance to go in for that push. So, of course, MGC, their blue zone time was actually expected with how they took their rotations in this game. But let's let's have a quick look at what the zone did there, the rotations on the zone as the zone was shifting, how the teams decided to have the flanks happening in this game. You can see players like MRU, they went all the way to Novo, came back, and came to military base where they were actually blocked as they tried to make it the safe zone by SL. And now we have MGC there. We can see what happened. MGC, that compound from the second zone, MGC held the same compound from the second zone. So that's very very interesting to see how that happened there, and how they realized that that was the best place to be. They went towards the bridge there, just across military base, and they held it. And every single team tried to go for that push, tried to get out, tried to get MGC from that compound. It did not really work, and they got their winner chicken dinner easy peasy. So again, GG's to you. The alt magicians, they were able to not really get the chicken dinner, but they were able to get as many eliminations as possible. Then LALENA's rotation there came in a little bit late, and they got their winner chicken dinner as they waited out for players to engage in fights right above where we had MGC, and when they were taking on other teams. So it does make sense when we see how LALENA eSports was able to get the chicken dinner with their late rotation and making it to where we had the players from Alt Magicians, and then getting their winner chicken dinner again. GG's to you, LALENA eSports, for that beautiful gameplay and patience when it comes to the first game of the night for the second day in the semi-finale for the PUBG Mobile East Africa Clash games. Well, that is it, guys. I'll be seeing you guys in a few. We're going to go for a short break. We have 3 more games to go. Do not go anywhere. Just like, share, and subscribe. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, guys. We are in the second game of the night, and it's gonna be Miramar. And I'm actually excited to see what's going to be happening. Yesterday, Miramar's game was actually very interesting. We had a lot of unexpected third-party fights, and it was actually nice to see that. So when we go to tonight's game, second day of the semi-finale in the East Africa Clash games, I think to be seen how the players are going to be handling Miramar. It is quite a big map, and teams are usually spread out throughout the game. Sometimes people learn together. So we're going to be seeing how that plays out. Are we going to be having, third party fights? Are we going to be having early fights? Are some teams going to be going back to the lobby too early in the game? But that's something you're going to be waiting to see. It is just for the second game of the night. Again, we are just asking for your likes, shares, and subscription to the YouTube channel as you enjoy tonight's games. And big shout out to GP Esports for the beautiful production. And for our sponsors, Esports Somali Association, we have Kenya PUBG Mobile League, Riverose Foundation, and the player Innate Bravo. Thank you guys so much for making these games a success. And we are going to go directly into the second game of the night. Okay, let's get it. Let's just have a quick look there as we begin the second game of the night, and that's going to be Myanmar. A map that is full of dust. Sometimes the dust does overwhelm the players, and we have some people getting damaged, by the wind, by the dust. So I don't know if we're going to be seeing that tonight. But as of now, looking at the flight path there, we have it coming all the way from the northeastern side of Miramar all the way to Valdemar. And it's going to be interesting to see where people are going to go because, as you can see, already teams have exited the plane. Some are going, to the landing sport. They want to engage, maybe get as much loot as possible before any action does happen. So we're going to be seeing how actually that is going to work. Which teams are going to be taken back to lobby too early in the game? Which teams are going to be exposed to third-party fights? Which teams are not going to be having the best night? Sometimes you try your best to do that thing, you try to get your wins, you try to get your chicken dinners, but then it doesn't really work out because of how the games are just happening. Because sometimes you do this and then it takes you to do that. It's just a lot of crazy things in the game. But as you enjoy these games, give a big shout out to your regions. Make sure you're putting their flags in the comment section, showing them that you're watching, that you're supporting them as they play in the semi-finale for the East Africa Clash games tonight. We have Rex Squad. They have a team right next to them. This is Al Hazar. There's a team around them. We're going to be seeing what happens here. We have Pan Africa as well, just on the other side of where we have Rex Squad, right on the other side of the road. And just next to Rex Squad, we have a team, and that is. Is going to be ZEUS final boss. We have Muse, Muaz. Oh, it's Muaz. Oh, my days, Muaz. It's Muaz trying to cook up a nade there towards the players from ZEUS final boss. We have the teammate there, Reckless, Zaxis, and Hemo. Fast knock in. Venom does get a knock there on Zaxis, taking him all the way back to lobby. Doesn't give him a chance at all. Doesn't let them do anything. All they do is just, deciding, well, it is what it is, and we are going to be taking you back to lobby. So let's see how this plays out for them. We have Rexford there, Hemo, trying to get closer to the players from ZEUS final boss. He has to be careful because he's the only person from his team that is there right now. And Pan Africa player Flash is watching this from afar, waiting for either of these teams to make a mistake, and then they're going to engage. But as of now, ZEUS final boss and Rex Squad are not leaving this compound at any single point. They're going to wait it out. They're going to wait for a chance to engage in this fight, even if it means camping it out as people engage in a fight. Rex Squad trying to get closer to the players from his final boss. Panda doesn't want to move a muscle. M249 in the hand. A total of 135. He basically had the reload. Extend mag on the M249, didn't have enough ammo. That's certainly okay. But then you can imagine if he had 150, okay? 150, but 135 is still a lot, okay? And if you go for that push, Panda will fire without stopping, continuously firing till he is able to take these players all the way back to lobby. But then for now, let's just have a quick look at what their plan is and what they're planning to do there. MRUHYPERZ are waiting for a chance to engage against the players from ZEUS final boss right in front of him. I'm going to take a quick peek on the safe zone just to see where it is right now. It is going towards the eastern side of Miramar. We have Impala, Los Leons, Graveyard, San Martin. This whole place is basically going to be a little bit crowded, but we're going to be seeing how that is going to happen and what is going to be transpiring in these games. Okay, I'm back. So we're just going to see what is going to happen here. We have blacklist players, LALENA eSports, winners of the first game of the night. Yesterday, the winners of the first game of the night, that was later eSports, were able to get a chicken dinner during the last game of the night. It was still a Rangel. I don't know if LALENA eSports is going to do the same thing. Are they going to be looking for another chicken dinner? Are they going to be waiting it out and see what is new? What is going to be different? Are they going to be losing these fights or not? So yeah, let's see how this plays out. Rexford, they are still waiting on other players from ZEUS in the Lazar. Nothing has happened. No team has been taken back to lobby. Fights haven't even happened yet very well. Only one player has been taken back to lobby, that is Rex Access. And he was eliminated by Pain Africa. So of course that is something we want to see. This is going to be the final thing for Rex Code. But then they do try to go for that push. Then the shotgun lock that does really work out, and the players from ZEUS final boss now have their upper hand. Reckless is as well down, and you can see the damage on him from that shotgun. I'm even confused because what just happened there? One player, one shotgun takes out Rex Squad one by one. Every single player from Rex Squad hit at the back as they try to retreat. So yeah, that should be a lesson to you guys. Never show your enemy your back. Otherwise, the back shots will be lethal. So we have Pain Africa just right in front of them. They have ZEUS final boss. They have been able to eliminate a Rex Squad, taking them all the way back to lobby. So Blacklist in water treatment. They're just moving around with their vehicle. I don't know what their plan is going to be as of now, but you can see LALENA eSports are engaged in a fight, getting a few knocks there on Unique. Their player there is down to 3 players remaining: Madman, Frags, and Legacy. And we have them going towards them right now. TT Sexy going in for that push. Chill Boy as well getting closer to the players from Unique. One player has been spotted again. Beautiful spray there from TT Sexy, taking all the way back to lobby. That is Frags. Another knock in from Chill Boy. That means one person remains standing from Unique, and only one grenade will be enough to take this team all the way back to lobby. And Chill Boy now trying to heal up as Unique gets a revive on their knocked teammate. If they do, they're going to be back in their numbers, and they might just be able to take the players from LALENA eSports all the way back to lobby. You can see Chill where they are going in for that push. Eyes already ready to take out the players from Unique. Legacy taking the vehicle, trying to retreat, but then he does see a Chill by getting close, and he's really taking on there. The beautiful damage. We have a knock is finally there. Legacy getting the comeback for his team. His team is still down. Of course, the first thing to do first is get the thirst. So you can able to get the revive, the comeback. The thirst is always very important, and the players from Unique might just be standing a chance to do that thing. LALENA eSports. Having only 2 players remaining. Interesting. Sorry about that. So you can see the zone is closing in. When you look at La Benita, Mina General, Junkyard, Graveyard, all these places are okay. Graveyard is actually empty. Junkyard has 2 teams right there. We have the players from REDSO moving from Impala, just going by the edges of the zone. They're trying to be as safe as possible. Pain Africa still holding it out. Neon Force are going towards Pain Africa. We have ZEUS final boss as well are going towards the safe zone. We have players like teams like Tactical Team are coming towards the zone now. We have a team SOLOMID as well. SL coming from the western side, sorry, of the map. They're going towards San Martin, and they have a team as well going towards that side. So that's also something we're going to be seeing what is going to be happening there. But then we have Nightmare losing players one by one. A fight is happening here. Toxic does get a knock on a Legacy, and now it's going to be Team Unique versus REDSO. And I don't know how that's going to be working because already some players have been taken back to lobby in terms of Unique's side. There we have a knock, almost getting a connecting. Sorry, not even REDSO. It is Nightmare. I was looking at the zone, the map there, and I saw REDSO rotated and they came in mine. But we have a push there. Zig's getting pushed there. Beautiful knock there. Okay. Something about the players that know how to use the shotgun does get a knock, but unfortunately the players are a little bit mad. They get the knock and take him all the way back to lobby. And now a Nightmare Greasy and his teammates are living to see another day. They're ready to take on another fight because they have been able to eliminate the player from Unity that was right next to them all the way back at lobby. But that is not the end of the fight because they still have players in the game and they're going to be coming towards them probably to get the revenge on their teammate who has been knocked and fasted immediately without any mercy. That is going to stop a need for some comeback, or rather, the low vendetta. So yes, we're going to be seeing if that's going to be the case. But the zone is in the second phase of the zone. We are just down to 55 seconds, and we're going to be seeing how that plays out for every single team. Looking at the zone right now again just to see what is happening. Our players are now closing on each other. San Martin is no longer a place to be in. The zone is no longer there. Water treatment as well. The zone is not safe on that side. Tactical team, Blacklist, they're all in the same place right now. They're going to be forced to engage in that fight. This final boss as well, closer to where we have Tactical team, Junkyard, Mina General. They have two teams there as well. REDSO is going to be forced to engage in a fight. A lot of teams right now don't even know where to be because of how the zone is shifting. It is forcing them to go towards places that already have teams right where they are right now. But let's see how this is going to play out for the teams from MAU eSports. We have a nade getting cooked up there by REDSO Impulse. The nade will almost connect, but then doesn't really have anything happening there. MAU eSports player Atrox are trying to cook up a nade as well. The nades are coming in plenty from Impulse, but then not a single nade is connected. He tries to cook up another nade there. Goes towards where we have the players from MAU eSports. Doesn't really get anything happening there, but does get a task on the player that is Kai from our eSports, and now Impulse going in for that push. Another nade gets cooked up, but then Aatrox hugging on that tree like his life depends on it, because it actually does. And the players from REDSO now trying to go for that push. Zekro with a beautiful spray does get the damage on Impulse, doesn't really get a knock happening there. Nade getting cooked up by Aatrox. Is it gonna be a Kobe? The damage is in, and that means Aatrox will be forced to go for that push, because you can see how the nades are connecting. Players from REDSO looking for him right now, throwing every single nade his way, but then they're not getting his knock because this man is basically hiking that tree, and it is actually working for him right now. REDSO, a player that gets unlocked by Demonic because he was able to get a flank up in there. Aatrox now is going to be able to go in for that push, being able to get a fast there. Of course, as soon as you get a fast knock, you make sure you get a fast, because every single kill does count at the end of the day. And we have the players from MAU eSports, Zekro, closing on each other, going towards the players from REDSO. They are down numbers. They have 3 players are still standing. MAU eSports as well as 3 players are still standing. They're basically having an equal fight right now. It is going to be interesting to see what is going to be happening. Demonic trying to cook up a nade. So is the player from REDSO. Is it going to be a Kobe on either side? The nade doesn't really connect to anyone there. The nade is still getting cooked up. There is some damage to Demonic, but then that doesn't really stop him from going for that push. And you have Lexi now waiting for him to go in for that push. Another nade getting cooked up by Demonic. Is it going to be a Kobe on Lexi? The nade is coming in there, actually going in hot, but then doesn't really connect because the player there from REDSO is moving back to left and right, maintaining, making sure he doesn't maintain the same position when the nades are getting thrown towards the late trucks to the flank. There does get the player from REDSO from the back, does get the damage on Lexi, doesn't really get a knock. Then we have Demonic going in for that push. The player is low. He's aware because the teammate has told him, I've been able to get the damage. You need to get that push going on. And Lexi has been knocked there by Demonic. Just Impulse are standing there, really needed to do a comeback for his team. The pre-fires there from Demonic. Nades coming in towards Demonic. The nade might just connect. The damage is in REDSO. Player does get the damage on the player from MAU eSports, but doesn't really get a knock happening there. Moonbot are going towards the players from MAU eSports. Zekro as well are receiving some damage as he tried to flank there. So basically, not a single team is safe right now. REDSO is going to have to be forced to get the revive and change their position. MAU eSports as well, they need to start moving. They need to change their position. But we have Aatrox cooking up a nade. We have a Kobe on the players that doesn't really connect. He cooks up another nade. Let's go, Aatrox. Is going to be a Kobe on these guys. He tries to cook up more nades as much as he can, doesn't really get a Kobe happening there. And you have a push. The players are finally up. The S12 case in the hand. Does see him revive. Oh, does see him healing, but then the reflex there from Lakesy. The S1 is really taking him down, and he's able to get the knock there on Aatrox and take him all the way back to lobby. Because, yeah, what is not happening here? We have Moonbot there. Players are trying to get a push on this guy now. He's ready to go for that push. Nades are getting cooked up. He's changing his position. He's getting closer to the players. Zekro still trying to cook up another nade there. Is it going to be a Kobe on Impulse? Is it going to be a Kobe on Lakesy or a Moonbot? Because the players from REDSO are ready to take the players from our eSports all the way back to lobby. You have them passing by, testing the water. Is it really that deep? Is it really not that deep? And you have them going for that push, dancing back to back. Lexi there with the S12K does get the damage there on Dreamonic, but then again, Moonbot watching from afar gets the cover spray on his teammate, and we have the players there from our eSports eliminated easy by the S12K. REDSO is not letting these teams have an easy time in this game. They're ready to take each and every one of them all the way back to lobby. Game is just getting heated. Third phase of the zone teams are now closing on each other. 16 teams remaining. It's going to be a little bit heavy on the final zone if these teams don't eliminate each other one by one. Neon Class hooking up an 8. So is one Kuz trying to cook up an 8, and we have a push their DBS in hand. I love a good DBS fight because they always end up with either a clutch or just an amazing reflex. The DBS. One Kuz trying to cook up another nade. Kobe on Klaus. That does give him a chance to go for it for that push. Tries to get a fast there, but then Tony with the cover fire does get a knock on Klaus, taking him. Oh, his teammate Klaus was taken all the way back to lobby. That's quite unfortunate. But then Lambron trying to get a task here on one Kuz and Prague coming in for that push. But then Lambron doesn't really let go of that nade, waiting for a beautiful pre-fire. And we have him going closer. The DPS does get the damage on Emperor, does get a second damage. And we have a knock there from Lambron, taking Emperor all the way back to lobby. Blacklist, it's just not your time tonight. We are not having that day. Everyone is just taking them all the way back to lobby. Everyone is third party in the fight. There is the cover fire from the teammates around the players from Neon Force. Everyone wants their team to progress, and the only way we can do that is to get a cover fire, is to get anything happening, because why not? We need to get our points up as much as possible, and that is exactly why we're watching this game from back to back, from the beginning till the end. We have Blacklist players there. They have Neon Force right in front of them. Blacklist going towards Ronaldo, and we're going to be seeing how that works out, because he's basically the only person remaining from his team. I don't know what he's going to do right now, because as soon as your routes are basically crowded and you have people just there waiting for a chance to get you guys, does get a little bit intense. The pressure does increase, does get a little bit heavy on you, and you need to find a way of getting your points up. Blacklist player needs to start retreating. The zone is about to move again. It does move, goes all the way to Mina General, and our teams are going to be forced to go towards the side. SL still on the safe side. REDSO as well. ZEUS final boss. Relentless eSports. We have not seen Relentless doing that thing yet tonight. They're basically playing a very slow game. These are semi-finals, so yes, of course, every single point does count. All the kill points, all the placement points, all of them count at the end of the day, so that you can make it to the finals. Because as soon as you make it to the finals, you stand a chance of winning something from the $2,000. So your goal should be making it to the finale. And you have the nades connecting the player there from a tactical team. Their error is down the space there from Stone. Do connect, does get some damage on the players from Team SOLOMID, and he needs to get closer. The nades are getting cooked up there. MGC are taking on the players from REDSO. So now it is finally that time. Fourth phase of the zone. Teams are getting closer to each other. Third party fights are going to be happening every single place. Team SOLOMID, tactical team, every single team right now is surrounded. And what matters is, where am I going to be standing when these fights happen? And am I going to be able to get as many points as possible from this game? The tactical team are watching the players from Team SOLOMID right in front of them. They have a Unique as well, Madman, right in front of them as well. Might just be one of those players that make it really, really hard for you guys to go for that push, because of how the third party, how much damage they get on you when you try to get closer to the team that is right in front of you. So that's something, again, they need to be careful on. But we're going to be seeing what Madman's strategy is of now. But we have Team SOLOMID Zara. Uh, watching this fight from afar, Beno Baby and his teammate changing their position. Era as well is going to be forced to change his position, going towards the safe zone because as soon as the zone starts moving, the damage is going to increase, and the teams are going to be experiencing a lot of damage from just the zone. There we have tactical team trying to make it to the zone. The zone is actually moving. Team SOLOMID player Slime needs to start moving because if not, the zone is going to be their worst enemy as of now. They have just 30 seconds to make it to the next zone before the damage is actually high. Ocean Galaxy player there, Federal, has a very, very, very beautiful spray. Let's get the damage down REDSO, but then REDSO is actually lucky enough to go far away from Federal, but then he doesn't really give up. Still tries to get it. Oh, let's talk about Federal, guys. The spray does connect. He's able to get that knock there. We have the REDSO players, the teammates are trying to get the damage on their team on Federal as he tries to make it to a safer place as he was getting the knocks there on their teammates. And for REDSO, unfortunately, they have been taken back to lobby. Finally, Relentless eSports. We have not seen them be that much tonight. They have been playing it a little bit safe. They have actually 4 eliminations in the bag. We haven't really seen that fight, but I'm hoping we can see them do their thing now when it comes to the last zone fight because they have 4 strength right in front of them. Nate, they're trying to get some damage. Tries his level best to get the damage happening there, but then it doesn't really connect because there is no loophole to get anyone knocked there on their end. The relentless esports player, Khalid. uh best ideal. Let's see what happens here. MRUHYPERZ, a maniac, is knocked. Neon Force watching from afar. 4 strength passing by. We can see Q's there. MRU also next to them. Neon Force watching this fight from afar. Another team does bite the dust. That is Blacklist have been taken back to lobby. 1 elimination only in the bag. Maniac trying to get fast there by Tony, but then he's not lucky because there is a cover fire from the teammates from MRU getting that knock on Tony, and now Neon Force is going to be forced to change their location. Only 1 person does remain, and that is Lamron going for that revive on Tony because they're just but a duo, and it is going. There is a need to have as many people as possible in the game now. And we have a few seconds in. We're going to be going into the 6th phase of the zone. We're going to be seeing a lot of third-party fights. Spain, Africa as well. Take it back to lobby. 9 teams remain in the zone. Is getting a little bit intense. Third-party fights are becoming uncontrollable. Tactical team just enjoying the loot here after finishing a wipe. 7 eliminations in the bag already. That's actually really, really good coming from tactical team there, but they have to start moving because 10 seconds in and the zone is going to start closing. Then the damage will be quite high for these teams, as some teams might lose their players to the blue zone if they do not start moving. And now we have MRV as well losing players to Neon Force. We have the Island Bros still in the game. Someone said if the ladies get the winner with the chicken dinner, they are getting the Bugatti. So let's see if that's going to be the case. We have MRUHYPERZ getting a GG's, that is GG's, sorry. Trying to be on either side, trying to get the cover fire on the teammates, trying to engage against Neon Force, taking LeBron all the way back to lobby. Tony watching this from afar as well, trying to get cover fires on his teammate, but unfortunately the teammate has been taken back to lobby. Trying to cook up a Kobe on GG's. Is it going to be a Kobe? The need does land does get the damage there. He needs to get that push going on because GG's is low. S12K in the hand. We're going to see something happening there. Yes, of course. Neon Force Tony gets that knock and does not stop. He continues running because the zone is about to close in. The damage from the zone will be a little bit heavy right now. It is no longer just the first zone. We are in the 5th phase of the zone, so the damage is going to be a little bit high there for them. Now we have a 4 strength. Trying to get the nades cooked up there. Julio cooking up more nades towards the players from Relentless. ZEUS, Nate, G-Man, and Khalid now are quite surrounded. We have Federal Promotion Galaxy being spotted there by G-Man. We know how good Federal is. We've seen his spray there getting. He basically didn't let anyone slide. He saw the player there from REDSO passing by, and he said, "There ain't no way this guy is gonna make it to the safe zone. I am going to remove him from that vehicle," and that spray was perfect, and it did connect. Now we can see what is happening here. We can see the players from Relentless eSports, 4 strength, watching from afar. ZEUS just holding the same place. Julio cooking up nades. Are we gonna be seeing any Kobe? Is actually throwing some smokes here, trying to change his position. Molly is the only thing he has there. Another team that has been taken back to that is Federal. Unfortunately, he was just but a solo. So GGC, Ocean, Galaxy, and now 4 strength. 6 teams remaining. Ocean Galaxy has been taken back to the Relentless eSports. Watching this from afar. 4 strength getting closer to Relentless eSports. We want to see if that's going to be the case. REDSO as well taking on one of the players from Relentless eSports. Khalid taken all the way back to lobby. Unfortunately, their SIGL has been taken back to lobby. We have there G-Man trying to get closer to the players right in front of them. For strength, waiting patiently. The zone is now closing with damage. Will be uncontrollable. G-Man has been spotted. Beautiful spray there. Is down. And Julio needs to start moving because the zone is now no one's fan at all. ZEUS there does get COVID. And it is GG's to them. And now we have just 5 teams remaining. Forced to trying to make it to the zone. Neon for Stony says that's not going to be the case. He gets the knocks there. The more leaders coming from Susa, but then doesn't really get any damage on Tony. And we have now Susa trying to pick up a nade on Tony's side as well. And we're going to be seeing a Kobe on this side again because we saw something happening to the players from Relentless. A nade is what took them all the way back to lobby. The players from REDSO hooked up that nade to perfection. And you have Moonbot going in for that push. Gets the last player there from 4 strength, Susa. All the way back to lobby. 4 teams remaining. TTX, Neon Force, REDSO, and SL. Let's see, we're going to be having the island ladies getting the chicken dinner. And someone there has said, if they win, I'm gifting Bugatti to Mitch. Thank you. And we have pinned that. We have pinned that, okay? Tactical team error. A nade does come there from Tony getting a Kobe, but then Tony was just but a solo, and he has been taken back to lobby. Now you have REDSO here taking on the players from SL. Kyra is down. He's trying to get the task there. Lacey gets a lot of cover fire from the players from the Island Bros. They're trying to spot him, and I mean, Moida there with the knock does get Lexi down. That means they are having the upper hand in this fight, but they need to get the revive there on Kyra before anything happens. But then tactical player Stone does get a Kobe, and the knock there does take him all the way back to lobby. And now 3 teams are remaining. Island Bros are trying to do their thing. They're REDSO, Impulse, and his teammate Moonbot are not going to be forced to go towards tactical team. Their player is still down, has been knocked there. Unfortunately, the revive might not really take place. A tactical team error. Stone. Oh, let's get it. SL Skylar is knocked and casted all the way back to lobby. REDSO watching this from afar. SL has just but 1 player remaining. That is Mimoy. The zone has their players that are getting knocked by the zone. Nexi getting casted by the zone. Tactical team still a full team there. One of the teammates is already down. And for Mimoy, what the best strategy will be for her to wait it out and wait for these players to make a mistake. Error, they're getting spotted by Mimoy though. We have a perfect knock there. Error is down. That means tactical team will be having a time there to recover. And Mimoy though does expose to herself. I don't know why, but she needs to be careful. Stone does get a molly thrown towards Moido. 3 teams remaining. SL, the Island Bros. We have REDSO, and we have tactical team Impulse. They're getting spotted by Moido. She tries to get the sprays there, tries to get them connecting. The zone is about to close in. She's going to be forced to go towards the players from tactical team. And we have a Kobe. Nah, Torfinho. The nade was too perfect. That is what we call a Kobe. The nade was cooked to completion. It basically landed on Mimoido's head, taking her all the way back to lobby. Now 2 teams remaining, tactical team and REDSO, and you can see what's about to transpire right now. Reno Baby does get a nade there towards Impulse, does get the damage there, and he's also getting damage. Impulse going in for that push, and they're ready to take each other on because now the nade is getting cooked up. Beautiful spray there from Impulse. I get to the fast knock there from tactical team, taking all the way back to lobby. And now 2 players remain standing, tactical team and REDSO. Basically a 2v2. Both teams have just 2 players are still standing. Moonbot and Stone there might just be having a hard time. And we have Moonbot getting knocked there. Impulse being the last person remaining from REDSO. And the pushing definitely happened. Moonbot has been taken back slowly. And that is going to be a very intense 1v2. The damage does get there. We have the player from REDSO quite low. Impulse, unfortunately, has been surrounded. And that is what we call an easy. Jeez. Let's go, because your tactical team, beautiful winner chicken dinner on you guys' side. You guys deserved it, and we have to tell you, GG's. Unfortunately, well, the Island Bros didn't get the chicken dinner, so we are Bugatti-less for a while. But may that message stay there forever because these ladies will do a good job one way or another. But for now, congratulations to you, tactical team, for the beautiful winner chicken dinner. You all deserved it. Beautiful play, a beautiful strategy, taking your time, engaging the third-party fights. It did seem a little bit tight for you guys. They had REDSO there. They had Island Bros there as well. They were surrounded. And then at the end of the day, after all that surrounding, tactical team comes in, gets their chicken dinner. So we have to commend them for that. GGC tactical team, congratulations for the winner chicken dinner. That was well deserved. for REDSO, I hope they'll get the same momentum, try the third game or the fourth game, and maybe get their chicken dinner, because that's what everyone's goal is right now. Only 10 teams proceed from the semi-finale to the finals. Every team that makes it to the finals does go home with some part of the prize, with the $2,000 prize pool. So will your team be a part of the teams that make it to that or not? That's something we're going to be seeing before, actually after tomorrow, after the last day of the semi-finale. You're going to be seeing the top 10 teams that make it to the finals, and we'll be making a judgment from that, because it's looking tight. Okay, it's looking tight. Teams are not letting anything slide. People seriously need their points up, and you can see what is happening. You can see third party fights. Some teams are even camping, so that's something else. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the stats for the tactical team. There we have Era getting one elimination, a damage of 290. Stone getting 5 eliminations, a damage of 811. Torfino getting 5 eliminations, a damage of 563. And we have Beno Baby getting 2 eliminations, a damage of 437. Yeah, someone just said in the comment section that maids cannot beat the ladies. Yes, but then again, GG's to you, tactical team, for that beautiful winner chicken dinner, for their support throughout the team. There, we have seen how they have spread the damage and the eliminations. We have them getting 23 points from this game. REDSO getting 18, and Neon Force getting 10. We have Island Bros 9. This final Bros 8. Relentless eSports 8. Team Unique 6. Force Strength and Unity Force are getting 5. We have Ocean Galaxy 4. MRUHYPERZ 3. Plain Africa 2. Nightmare 2. ATLMAGICIANS, Rex Squad, Blacklist, and MORIS eSports together with LALENA eSports, each getting 1 point from that game. Also quite unfortunate, because you know how it goes. You try to get your points up, but then it doesn't really go as planned. You just end up losing the game too early. And all we can say is just you. We have the man of the match being REDSO Moonbot. Well, that's really good, because I saw Moonbot and we saw he actually deserved that. 6 eliminations, 547 damage, 1 assist, surviving a total of 24 minutes and 41 seconds, and getting a total of 4 knockouts. This is again to you, REDSO Moonbot, for that beautiful play in the game and getting the title man of the match. You deserved that. GG's again. Look at the head-to-head right now. We have a tactical team and REDSO. Tactical team getting 13 eliminations, REDSO getting 12 eliminations. Tactical team dealing a damage of 2,101, and REDSO dealing a damage of 2,252. Total knockouts for the tactical team at 7, REDSO at 10. And the time with the blue for tactical team is 2 minutes and 14 seconds, with REDSO surviving a total of 2 seconds in the blue zone. But for now, let's have a quick look at how the zone did move throughout the game and how the teams made their rotations. So this is for you viewers and the people coming to watch it live after they go back to lobby. Use this to see how this plays out. Okay, watch it. Excuse me. So we had the zone there, and we saw how the teams did the rotations. You can see how they're coming in. You can see how Junkyard was a little bit crowded, but then they decided to let that slide. You know, people stopped engaging in that fight. And when the zone started moving a little bit closer, we had teams like REDSO started in Impala, and they still went out of Impala, even though it was safe for some time. And they went directly to Mina General. The zone stayed there. They took their fights, you know, they did the best they could do to get their points up. We had the players from Island Bros coming in as well, you know, getting to third party the fight. The zone stayed in Mina General for quite some time. So these teams didn't really have to move a lot. They were basically on the safe zone for quite some time there. They were just third partying each other, exposing each other to fights and all that. So yes, that's where all the fight now began. Force Strength third party the fight, ATLMAGICIANS the third party the fight, MRU as well joined the party. So a lot of teams came in towards Mina General. They were forced to take on fights. Everything was just happening concurrently, And then tactical team as well came in. Neon Force almost trying to survive, to be honest, but then sometimes it's just not your day in the game. Sometimes you gotta let it be. And then that's when they were taken back to lobby while they were engaging right outside the zone there. For the players from Island Bros, they played it safe. They didn't want to move at all. And just by playing that safe play, they were able to get at least a couple of points, even though the need there was perfect for tactical teams. So that's actually really good on the end there. But anyway, guys, it is just the second game of the night. We have two more games to go. We're going to the next land of snakes. I'm hoping to see you guys there as well. Just like, share, and subscribe, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back, guys. We are in the third game of the night for the semi-finale day 2 in the East Africa Clash, and that is gonna be Sunhawk, land of the many snakes, a land of the dangerous people that can strategically hold the building and not move a muscle, carrying a DBS, S12K, S1, S686, and they will wait for you until you make your mistake. The double bar, especially that gun, man. There's something about it. I don't know, but yeah, we're just getting started. This is just the second day of the semifinals. Tomorrow is going to be the last day of the semifinals. For Group B, this is their last chance for making it to the finale. So I'm hoping they're actually putting their best foot forward, trying to get as many points as possible up as they can. But as of now, you can see what is happening. So basically, every single team has gone towards other places they feel they're safe. The flight path was coming from the western to the eastern side of Sunhawk, so it was just an easy half the map thing. And Bootcamp, surprisingly, is actually surrounded. Ocean Galaxy and Neon Force, ZEUS, MORIS, three teams in this place. So I don't know how they made it here. Actually, four, because I can see, I think the Nightmare team as well is here. Lucifer, third part in that fight. We have Neon Class going in for that push. Their teammate Lambron is already down. They're trying to get the B5. They have the Ocean Galaxy right above them. They have the players from Neon Force watching from afar. They have Nightmare closely from their back. So now what is going to happen is that every single player is going to be forced to be as alert as possible, because if they are not, then it's just not going to be their day. But we have Ocean Galaxy player Federal. They're waiting for the players from Neon Force to get in for that push there, and we're going to see whether that's going to be anything different. Otherwise, what's going to happen is Ocean Galaxy will be taken back to the. Remember, for a team like Ocean Galaxy, this is their last day of trying to make it to the to the finals. From the semi-finals, only 10 teams qualify, and I don't know if they're going to be able to make it at this pace they're moving in. They already have 12 points only playing yesterday and today, so they need to really pull up their game. They need to try and restrategize. We know how good Ocean Galaxy is, but the semifinals have become a little bit intense here. Every single team has got their A game. Every single team from East Africa is ready to show you that East Africa is not full of new teams. We are basically good at the game as well, but well, let's see. Ooh, let's get it. Federal there does get a knock there on the player from Neon Force. No mercy, taking him all the way back to lobby. He's just waiting it out. Lamron now is going to be forced to go in for that push, but then he has to be careful because Federal and his teammates are waiting patiently. Let's go. Let's go. Beautiful spray there again. Federal does get the knock there on the player that is Lamron. He's actually waiting it out. He's actually very patient. And Neon Force players trying to get as much damage as possible on the players from Ocean Galaxy. Norfolk goes into the Assault K. Quite suppressed. It does sound weird when it's suppressed there. But we have Tony. I get the damage on No Face. I don't know about No Face, but then the Assault Ks are really working right now. The players from Neon Force are able to get the V5. No Face is down. And of course, it's going to be taken back to lobby. Klaus and his teammates to get the last player there from Ocean Galaxy, and that is Federal. And it is GG's to you, Ocean Galaxy. First team to be taken back to lobby, and that means they still need to try their best the last game of the night, and that's going to be a wrangle, and it is their only chance to make it to the finals. So I don't know I don't know what Ocean Galaxy is on to this time, but it's fine. It's fine. I guess they'll catch up. But we have a Kobe there on the 4 strength player queues. He's down now. We have the players from Blacklist going in for that push. So right now, Paradise Resort is a little bit crowded. Bootcamp is also crowded. REDSO being taken back to lobby as well. A second team to be taken back to lobby too early in the game. I don't know what's happening, guys. Some teams this is your last chance to make it to the finale. You have to up your game. Another team closing in from the upper side of bootcamp. I don't know why, but I love this. I love that teams are now going in for that push. Everyone is now tired of camping, okay? We've tried our best. We've tried to get those points up, but then it's not working. So what is our next immediate reflex? Just maintain, and just try and get as many kill points as possible. I get my placement points up. It's just something, man. But anyway, let's get to it. We have bootcamp here getting a little bit crowded. We have teams getting closer. Nightmare might just be going in for that push. Ocean Galaxy has been taken back slowly. Now ZEUS, MORIS, as well as the Nightmare are now closing on the players from Neon Force. We have more eSports of a team right next to them, that is LALENA eSports, another team that has been doing well. But then for the second game, they didn't really perform that much. And now in the third game, they need to maintain the same momentum they have been doing from the word go. Chill boy waiting here just right next to where we have the players from our esports. For strength, losing players to the blacklisted team. They were in Paradise Resort, and it is not going well for these teams, to be honest. The zone is about to close in again, and they're now going to be moving towards places like Paradise Resort, Bootcamp, Query as well. And they're going to be moving towards the side. A team like Pain Africa was holding it right up there, waiting for the zone to go towards the side, but then it didn't really do that. And now they're going to be forced to go towards the safe zone. Nightmare being taken back to lobby. I don't know what happened there in boot camp, but it seems like someone put on the fire and was able to take people all the way back to lobby. We have Team Unique watching this fight in Paradise Resort as well from afar. They have the players from Blacklist just in Paradise Resort. They also have a team. So basically what is going to happen now is going to be that one day that is full of third parties. You're just going to be surrounded. You're just going to have to try your best to get as many kill points as possible, because now everyone is ready, man. The first game, everyone was just playing it safe, camping it out. But when you can see what is happening right now in this game, everyone is ready to go in for that push. That's also very interesting. I don't know what's going to be happening, but let's see what changes here. Mao Esports player Atox just sneaking it, trying to get closer to Lelena Esports. Probably waiting for a chance to engage in a fight, and then we're going to be seeing whether it's going to be those days where things don't go as planned for these teams. We have Atox, so still waiting patiently. Three teams have been taken back to lobby already. Ocean Galaxy, REDSO, and Nightmare have all been taken back to lobby. We might be seeing another team being taken back to lobby because right now, Lelena Esports and Mao Esports are quite close to each other. For strength as well, losing players one by one. Aatrox getting spotted. There we go. Yogen might just be able to go for that push. Mao Esports having one player down. That means it's going to be a little bit confusing there for Mao Esports as they try to figure out how they're going to get a revive as well as get their knocks on Lelena Esports. Yogen trying to get closer. The DBS is in hand. Pitax passing by just to make sure he can get these players from Mao Esports exposing their position. You have another knock there. Pitax does get Vacro. We can see another push. Lelena Esports are ready to take on the players from our esports. Sky are watching this fight from afar. Might just be the only person remaining from their team. He has with Demonic. Demonic is quite far, quite split. That does make sense, and you can see the damage here. Sky as well is down. Peter does get the knock there, and we have just one player remaining from our esports, and that is Demonic. But anyway, guys, if you're watching the live, make sure you're tapping on the live button. Make sure you're not the reason that the likes are not the same as the people viewing, because that is illegal, guys. So just please like the live. That's the only support I'm asking for. As well as subscribing to my YouTube channel, I really appreciate it. Big shout out to GP Esports for the beautiful production. For the sponsors of this event, Esports Mobile Association, Kenya PUBG Mobile League, Rivers Foundation, and Innate Bravo. Relentless Esports are getting pushed here. Beautiful pre-fires by ZEUS, the DBS, but then the cover fire from the players from Magicians. Zenex there is down. You can see the damage there. One of the players from Magicians is in. Let's get the knock there, and Calvin ensures that knock is confirmed. Thus, we have a G-Man trying to cook up a nade there towards the Duke. Magicians have changed their strategy. They have changed their gameplay. Initially, they were not really this aggressive, but then now when you look at them, they're quite aggressive. I don't know what has changed, but then they have become even a better G-Man. I'm trying to get a Kobe on that side. I don't know what's happened to Khalid, but we know that Relentless Esports can do a good job. We're just going to wait and see how or when that's going to be happening, because tonight it seems like they're not really having the best day in the game. But sometimes, like I said, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe yes. So all the Magicians going in for that push. Nate is quite low, and they're going to be trying to go for that push. Khalid trying to cook up a Nate here as well. Nate getting pushed and he's down. Duke with the DBS starts getting a knock on him, and the beautiful pre-Nate from G-Man doesn't really get any damage happening there, but you can see what is happening there. Magician player is quite low. G-Man almost getting the knock. He's getting pushed from the back. Duke with the DBS again leaves to shine there. We have Khalid finally is a little bit angry, trying to get the comeback for his team. Is just for the best captain in Ethiopia, but he's going to be the best player from Ethiopia. Duke does get knocked as well, but then unfortunately, it's not their night. Relentless Esports, GG's to you guys. For strength as well, GG's to your side. GG's because that is the end of the road when it comes to that game of the night. Lelena Esports as well seems to be losing players. At least 5 teams have been taken back slowly. This game started with 20 teams, and now we are in 15 teams remaining. 5 teams have been taken back to lobby. Lelena Esports almost taking on the players from our Esports back to lobby. Demonic trying to grenade doesn't really get anything happening there. It's just a little bit of damage while the player from Lelena tries to get healing. The healing happening there. The players from Lelena going in for that push on Demonic. Yogen is quite low. Demonic is unable to go for that push because he's now surrounded. Pitax getting closer to Demonic as well. We have TT Sexy as well closing in, and now it's going to be Demonic versus the whole team from Lelena Esports. He tries to get something happening there, but then unfortunately the surrounding players from Lelena Esports are a little bit angry, and Ma Esports has been taken back to lobby. If you're watching these games, it may think they're easy because you're watching from the comfort of your seat, but then when you enter in these games, that is where all the intense fights, all the pressure, all the sweaty hands come from, because these East Africa games are proving to be very, very intense. The fights are not stopping. People are being pushed aggressively. No one is playing passively anymore. Apart from playing Africa, I've noticed they have a passive gameplay. But then every other team right now is basically going towards that push. They're going for those kill points. They want the placement points, yes, but then the kill points just make more sense to these players, and you can see how they are going for them right now. We have a ZEUS final boss and his teammates are going towards the safe zone. The zone is about to close in a few. We're going to the fourth phase of the zone. But let's see how the zone is moving. When you look at the team inquiry there, we can see Rex Squad is still in the game. That's surprising because I haven't seen them engaging at all. We have tactical team as well. We have a ZEUS final boss as well. We have the players from Team SOLOMID in the safe zone in Lakawi there. We have Ban. There's going to be some teams going towards that side as well. Looking at the players from Blacklist, they're also closing in from Paradise Resort. Bootcamp is no longer a place to be in because the zone is about to close in on that side as well. So ZEUS final boss and his teammates are leaving that place. ZEUS MORIS as well are moving from that place. That's also something you're going to be seeing. And just to make sure they make the right calls and we get to see which team is gonna get the winner chicken dinner when it comes to the third game of the night, and that is Sun Hawk players. The top kills you have Neon Tony there. Unfortunately, I was doing the map and I didn't see that, but then of course this is expected because Tony so far has been dominating the place there. But we have Mimoido that's get a Kobe on the player from ZEUS final boss, and now we can see the Island Bros, the ladies from Island Bros now going closer. They're getting that push happening there. We have Amimoida getting the thrust there on Panda. Skyla as well closing in. ZEUS final boss player Hans trying to heal up now, but then he has to be careful because Kyra can see him taking him all the way back to lobby. Of course, and now we have Godly and his teammate Hans. Of course, Hans is just down, and that means one player remains from this final boss, and that's going to be Godly. And you can see now it's going to make it to the safe zone. Fourth phase of the zone is getting a little bit tight now, and the teams are going to be getting closer to each other. Okay. Sorry about that. So we have now the ZEUS and MORIS getting closer to the LALENA eSports team. So far, it is looking good for LALENA. They already have 6 eliminations in the bag. LALENA eSports honestly have also improved. I don't know if it is the semi-finals or what is happening, but then these teams are not playing the way they were playing in the group stage, in the qualifying stage. They have basically changed their strategies. We have Rexco, they are taking on the tactical team. One of their teammates era is down. Better baby, they are trying to get some damage on the player from Rexco. That is Muaz, taking him all the way back slowly. The damage there from Team Solomid is being seen. Better baby is actually very low. Does get to change his position there. Doesn't really get knocked there. And Delphina trying to get the revive on their knock teammate. Zax is watching this fight from afar. Hemo quite far from the teammate. He's in the compound and needs to start getting closer to the players from tactical team just to be able to get more knocks for his team, and they can be able to survive this fight. As this final boss, they are being taken back to lobby. GG's to you guys. 13 teams remaining. Team Solomid as well getting closer to the tactical team. Rex Code right behind them are watching this fight as it transpires. They're not really engaging. MRUHYPERZ as well. They can see a team right in front of them, and that is the LALENA eSports. Let's see how that's going to be happening. Beautiful spray there from MRU Maniac. That's trying to get a knock there, but then Chill Boy does tell him to take a chill pill because we have the better spray than you guys, and we have Iconic with a beautiful reflex. That's getting one knock there on the players. And the cover fire from his teammate Hades getting a second knock on LALENA eSports. And you can see the teammates getting closer. Chill Boy closing in. Hades and the teammates from MRU trying to get it fast there, but then Chill Boy has to do a whole clutch here because his teammates are down and he's the only one being dependent on to get that winner chicken dinner after this fight ends if he's not taken back slowly. But then unfortunately, MRUHYPERZ are not taking any L's tonight. GG's to LALENA eSports one more game to go for you guys to try even better. We have the Island Bros losing players. One player does remain from the Island Bros, so let's see what their strategy is going to be as of now. But for MRUHYPERZ, they have a team closing in as well. ZEUS, MORIS. Okay, my net is playing games with me, but it's okay. ZEUS MORIS, it's basically freezing. But yeah, we have the ZEUS MORIS team there. MRUHYPERZ, I don't know what happened there. Sorry, my game kind of froze. I just went to restart the net I was using. So we have MRUHYPERZ there. They have a team right next to them, tactical team there. Losing players one by one. Team SOLOMID, they're getting the knocks and the fast on tactical team. And we have REDSO now going towards the safe zone. Ban is the only place you can be in. And we all know how Ban is quite open. We have ATLMAGICIANS getting pushed there. The DBSs are out to play MTC, trying to get the knocks there with the S12K. But then doesn't really have anything happening there. They're actually trying to pre-fire. But then the blacklist players are not really peeking at all. They're waiting for them to make a mistake. We can see the S12Ks, the M416. Every single player right now has basically a shotgun and the AR in their backs. And you have one cruiser and his teammate is the DBS, just about two players remaining for blacklist. That is Gizi and his teammate one cruiser. Only the players from MGC knew that it was only two players that are giving them this much headache. And probably they will have gone for that position. We have Pain Africa as well joining this party from outside. They're watching from afar. The damage there on Gizi is quite high. Zendex, the P-Fire, does get some damage on that side, but then nothing really happens there. And we can see what is happening right now. Players are getting exposed now. MGC players getting knocked. Their beautiful knock by Gizi. The cover fire from the players from MGC is not really working because the blacklist players are still standing. Gizi and his teammate one Cruz taking on the players from MGC one by one. Composure is just for the key to this fight right now. Gizi and his teammate one Cruz going in for that push on the MGC team. They have to be careful because Pain Africa player coming from the back. We have 83 as well closing in. He's quite low. Gizi going in for that push has been damaged. Their beautiful pre-fire with the DBS. Let's get the damage on Gizi, and there we go. GG's on Gizi's side, but then he cannot relax because the MGC players are getting closer on their end as well, and the players from Blacklist are just about two players up. They're gonna be forced to take on this fight. Four teams remaining. Rexford has been taken back to lobby. MRU is now in the building. We have Unique as well. We have REDSO and we have Blacklist. The last duos from Blacklist, that is Gizi and one Cruz. The zone is now closing in. The damage from the zone might be a little bit damaging right now. There is a team on the left side in Ban. Ban is quite open, to be honest, and it's going to be quite interesting. Let's see how that happens there. But we have MRUHYPERZ iconic. He's quite low there. We have one team being taken back to lobby. That is Unity, and that Unique. Sorry, and that leaves just three teams remaining. That is MRU, REDSO, and Blacklist. And now we're going to be seeing between Blacklist, just for a duo, Unity for REDSO, a trio, and MRUHYPERZ, a squad. Between these three teams, which team is going to be getting the winner chicken dinner when it comes to the third game of the night? And that's going to be a Sunhawk. So Blacklist and Gizi now watching this from afar. Unity Yaya from REDSO right in the open field there in Ban. The players from MRU need to be careful because the players from Blacklist are finally getting able to move towards the safe zone. Gizi is quite low. The zone is closing in. The damage from the zone is quite high. The players from Blacklist start part in this fight. MRU are getting knocks as well on the REDSO side. So basically every single team right now is distracted. GG's has no nade in the back, but we have Blacklist. They're getting pushed. They're Maniac with the damage on Gizi. That's get a good amount of Gizi. He's quite low, but then Gizi has a cover fire from his teammate, but then the zone is not really having it tonight for them because Blacklist player Gizi has been knocked by the zone. One Cruz now trying to get as much cover as he can on his teammate, and we have the player from REDSO, Yaya, being the only person remaining from their team. MRU, Hades trying to get revived there by GG's. Gizi trying to call towards his teammate One Cruz, but then Yaya decides that's not going to be possible, and I'm going to steal that kill from MRUHYPERZ. And now we have just the three teams are still remaining, but then this time around the tables have turned. The team that had 4 players in the game has now just 2. The players from REDSO are 3, now they're just but a still solo player remaining, Yaya, and Blacklist last player 1 Qs has been taken back to lobby. That leaves just 1 player versus a 2, and that's gonna be a Unity, Yaya. And the players are from MRUHYPERZ. We have nades there about to get cooked. They're not aware that Yaya is right on the other side. They're trying to get nades towards the rock where the teammate was taken back to lobby. But they need to think it through, because if you're throwing nades and they're not connecting, then what are you gonna do about it? Yaya decides to go in for that push quite often. The damage from the zone as well. The players from MRU are not gonna let him move, and that is it for him. GG's to you, Yaya, and then GG's to you, MRUHYPERZ. This is the second time I am seeing MRU getting a chicken dinner instant hawk, because they are the kings of the jungle there. GG's to you guys. It is a well-deserved winner chicken dinner. Well, that is it for game 3. We have enjoyed that beautiful chicken dinner on MRU's side. It was quite tricky there. We had Blacklist, we had REDSO as well there. They were basically surrounded. At first, they didn't have the numbers, but when they took their time, got composure, they were aware of Blacklist on the right side. They are aware that REDSO was on the lower side in ban. They took their time and made the right calls, and that's how they got their chicken dinner. And I mean, this is the second time MRUHYPERZ are winning a game in Sanhok. That does tell us that actually they are good when it comes to playing Sanhok, and they deserve the winner chicken dinner when it comes to Sanhok. So this is again to you, MRUHYPERZ, with a beautiful win. We have the stats here. GG is getting 2 eliminations, a damage of 432. AD is getting 3 eliminations, a damage of 303. Iconic getting 1 elimination, a damage of 156. And we have a Maniac getting 2 eliminations and a damage of 517. This is against you, MRUHYPERZ, for that beautiful winner chicken dinner. We have MRU getting 18 points in total from that game. Blacklist getting 13, Unity Force 11, ATLMAGICIANS are tying with that team unique with 7 points. Neon Force are tying with ZEUS, MORIS, and LALENA eSports 6 points each. Rex Squad getting 5, Pain Africa and Island Bros getting 4 points each. Team SOLOMID and ZEUS Final Boss as well as Tactical Team getting 3 points each. We have Relentless eSports, Ocean Galaxy getting 2 points, Relentless Nightmare and Force Strength, all of them getting 1 point, with Force Strength getting 0 points from that game. Looking at the head-to-head right now. Now we have MRUHYPERZ getting 8 eliminations, as well as Blacklist getting 8 eliminations. We have damage deltas 1,408 on MRUHYPERZ, and Blacklist getting 1,267 damage. 5 knockouts for MRUHYPERZ and 7 knockouts for Blacklist. And we have MRUHYPERZ spending 0 seconds in the blue, and Blacklist spending 1 minute and 23 seconds in the blue zone. Again, GGC MRUHYPERZ with a beautiful winner chicken dinner. And as we look at the zone there and how the game began, teams basically did the rotations right this time around. It was not that surrounded, it was not really crowded. When you look at what was happening in places like Paradise Resort, yes, it was crowded at the beginning. Fights happened there, teams lost players in that fight. Even boot camp as well was a little bit crowded. The players from Brexford have basically had the upper hand. They were in Kampong, no one was in Kampong. They could have stayed there and made their slow rotation in the game because no one was on that side. Basically, they were safe. But then they just decided to move and go towards the side, so that's totally okay. And that's when they had to engage in fights and they lost some points there. We have Pain Africa as well, came in from the northern side of Sanhok. They started encountering teams. They did their very wide rotations. They did the same thing Generation Z did yesterday. They were coming from the far outside of the blue zone and towards the zone very slow. It didn't really work out for Gen Z. Same thing didn't work out for Pain Africa. So that means that when you're doing your rotation, it doesn't really have to be that far out. You can just come in to the zone, slowly stay at the edges of the zone and get your points up. Ban initially was quite open. No one was going towards Ban. It was basically an empty slot. Everyone was just on the outer side of Ban, engaging in third-party fights. Tactical Team, Team SOLOMID, Rex Squad, all these teams are having fights right outside of Ban, And then when the zone became small, that is when we saw them coming towards Ban, REDSO dominating in Ban, Blacklist finishing their fight against MGC, Pain Africa, now coming and engaging against the players from MRUHYPERZ, and that finally led to them getting the chicken dinner for the players of MRUHYPERZ. Like I said, it seems like MRUHYPERZ are really good when it comes to playing Sunhawk. But then again, GG's again to you, MRUHYPERZ, for that beautiful winner chicken dinner for that. And as of now, guys, we'll be taking a very short break as we go into the last game of the night. It's gonna be a Rangel. But for now, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back, guys. We are officially in the last game of the night, and that is Erangel. Sorry for the delay. There are a little bit of some technical issues here and there, but we are finally live, and we're going to be enjoying the last game of the night when it comes to the second day of the semi-finale in the PUBG Mobile East Africa Clash Games Day 2. And we have been seeing a very interesting fights, to be honest. Unexpected teams have been doing, that thing. They have been dominating the game. Some of them have actually outlived their name. I have people being fans here of the Island Bros because I told them they're ladies. And now they're here to support them, and I love that. So let's see how the Bros are going to be performing when it comes to the last game of the night. And for Group B, just a reminder that it is the last day for them to qualify in the finale, being that only 10 teams qualify from the semifinals to the finals. It's going to be a little bit tricky, but we'll have to see it. And what matters is that you played your best and you got your points up. Looking at the flight path there coming from Zaki all the way to Novo. And some teams, of course, have already gone to places they feel comfortable landing in. We can see some of them already losing players. Ocean Galaxy taking on the players from Unique. I don't think they were even able to loot up for Strength Holding Hospital. There is no one right next to them, so that's going to be something as well. And let's just say for what is happening right now, people are not really ready to take their L's. 20 teams in the game. I think for most of the teams right now, what matters is how many points are they going to be getting from that. We have Madman trying to get some knocks with a crossbow and arrow. I don't know how, but if he does, that's going to be a little bit interesting to see, to be honest. But as of now, um, most teams are just at the landing spots. Looking at the safe zone right now, it has taken most parts of the north eastern side of Erangel right now. Stalba is basically empty. No team has gone towards that side. There's Napoleon, of course. It is a place where we expect a lot of teams to surround, and we have the players from Unique. They're getting one of their teammates going for that past, and I don't know what Ocean Galaxy is after right now because they're moving towards the class on red. So beautiful damage there, beautiful spray from Federal. I mean, Federal has something with his sprays, to be honest. He's actually good with his sprays there. We can see our man has been sure that that knock has been taken all the way back to lobby. Ocean Galaxy now already 1 point in. They have Unique right next to them, No Face. And his teammate Federal was able to get a knock. That means No Face will be going in for that push. The teammate there from My Days, Unique, their teammate was also low as well. Really was trying to retreat. The teams right now are not really being careful with how they're going for that push. Legacy watching from afar does get a knock on Ocean Galaxy player. And I don't know if they're going to be able to get the revive. Armand going closer for the players from REDSO. No team, to be honest, is a team that you can just easily push and say this is an easy clutch or something like that, because in the East Africa semi-final, the best of the best teams have been able to survive. Beautiful damage there from Armand. Does get a knock there on the player from Red, so taking him all the way back to lobby, still getting pushed. Yes, that's switch immediately to the Uzi. A beautiful gun to use there. To be honest, not many people know how to use the Uzi, but unfortunately, Armand there was just not able to get the knock there and was taken back to lobby just like that. And Ocean Galaxy, oh my days, Ocean Galaxy. I don't know what Ocean Galaxy's strategy is, but I think that is the last chance they had when it came to qualifying in the finals of the PUBG Mobile East Africa Clash Games. And honestly, there isn't much to say about them. All I can say is it is very unfortunate that Ocean Galaxy just lost that game easily. Like, they had every single chance of going far away from that fight, but then Ocean Galaxy chose to stay there, chose to go for those push, and that did cost them. So yeah, now we have them in lobby, but GG's to Ocean Galaxy. And better luck next time. So before any fight happens, let's give shout outs. Big shout out to GP Esports for the beautiful production. Like I said, if you want to reach out to GPE, make sure you check them out on Instagram as GPE Esports, and you can DM them and they can give you similar good quality production for your events. Big shout out to our event sponsors for the PUBG Mobile East Africa Clash. We have eSports Association Somalia. We have eSports Somalia Association. Yeah, eSports Somalia Association, ESA. We also have the Kenya PUBG Mobile League. We also have Innate Bravo, that's a player, and River Rose Foundation from Kenya. So thank you again. Big shout out to all the sponsors in this event. And of course, we have to give a big shout out to every single person that is watching the games so far. I hope you guys are enjoying the games. I hope you're liking the live. I've been basically seeing this from the beginning of the live. So make sure you hit the like button, share the live stream link, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're yet to, and leave a comment there in the comment section. Leave a shout out to your country. Tell them you're seeing them, you're watching them, or just put the country's flag in the comment section, and we'll be sure to mention that country as the game proceeds. Zone is about to move. Sevani right now has only one team there, that is Neon Force. And when you look at Yesnaya Poliana, we have at least a couple of teams going towards the side. We might be seeing at least 3 teams are going towards that side as well. And around Milta Power there, we had MRU, and they seem to be moving from there because it is not the safe zone. Pain Africa as well, moving from Gatka, Pain Africa, Nightmare, REDSO as well, GC, ATLMAGICIANS. All of them are going towards Rozok. Georgia seems a little bit crowded. We have LALENA eSports, we have ZEUS, Final Boss, we have a team, no, that is ZEUS MORIS, we have a team SOLOMID, and we also have, I don't know where Relentless has been going. Okay, Relentless is in, not even Mansions, because Mansion is ZEUS Final Boss. So Relentless has been playing a very slow game, to be honest. Tonight they have not been really putting on their best foot forward when it comes to these games, but they have tomorrow as well to catch up in terms of points. Remember, you only have 3 days to get your points up, and it depends on how you take the fight. That's how you're going to be getting your points. We have Aziz Final Boss getting one of their players a knock. They are 4 strength, making it to the safe zone. They have a team right next to them that is a blacklist. The sprays, they are definitely connecting the damage on the player from 4 strength as he passes by. The players on blacklist are quite split, and they can see the player there from 4 strength passing by. The damage there from 1 Kuz is actually good, but they are not able to get the knock there, and they are now forced to wait for 4 strength to pass by just to be able to get anything happening against Usa. Are getting spotted as well. You can see the sprays there trying to get anything connecting on their end, but then teams are passing by. Everyone is just moving around. Neon Force players are coming from Sevani, going towards where we have blacklist. We're going to be seeing a lot of early fights, to be honest. 19 teams remaining. Ocean Galaxy have been the only team to be taken back slowly too early in the game. That's also quite unfortunate, to be honest. But we have Neon Force players here, Lamron, trying to make it towards where we have the blacklist players. They need to be careful because they need their points to be up as much as possible. Neon Force player Klaus that's going for that push. Julio with the cover does get Tony down, and now Neon Klaus would be forced to go closer because Tony has been knocked. And a thirsted 4 strength team right beneath them, right in front of them, but then they are not choosing to go for that push. Klaus decides to go far away from that. We have ZEUS, Morris in Georgia Pool. Might be changing their position right now because the zone is about to close in. And Georgia Pool is no longer a safe place to be in. We have Mau Esports went towards Sevani where we had the players from Neon Force. So right now what is happening is that teams are now moving around and looking for the safest place to hold up in Africa in Rozok, REDSO as well around Rozok. A tactical team going towards that side as well. A lot of teams are going to be going closer to each other right now because even Georgia Paul, as they try to move, as they try to change their position, you can see what happens when we try to move and you have teams around you. When you look at Pachinki there, the zone is quite far. We have the Island Bros coming in quite late in their rotation. We have as also the ATLMAGICIANS doing the same thing, very late rotations. Mau Esports players also far down in the blue zone, so they need to start moving as well. But we can see the sprays here. And the Neon Force are going for that push. Lambron is quite low. Susa is low as well. We have the jump shots. Every single player right now trying to show how good they are with the jump shots. Susa is quite low. The Molly does get the damage there. And Susa is down. Klaus there has Julio getting the damage on them as they try to get the knocks on the players from 4 strength. But then unfortunately for Julio has been pushed out by the blacklist team. It's getting a little bit intense now. And they're going in for that push, and Julio, last player from Force Rank, has been taken back to lobby blacklist. Their third party in that fight, Neon Force, had the upper hand. They were taking on the players from Force Rank one by one, each player down by the minute. But then unfortunately, when blacklist third party that fight, they were able to get the last kill on the players while they were engaging against Force Rank. We have players from MRUHYPERZ are taken all the way back to lobby as well. 7 teams remaining. 3 teams have been taken back to lobby blacklist. Seeing the players from Neon Force being eliminated. Oh wow, another team did third party that fight, taking them all the way back. So it'll be Relentless eSports closing as well. Kali there, smoking on, trying to scope on the smoke there, where we have the players from Blacklist. Doesn't really have anything happening there because they are in the shack, so no damage will be registered on that side. We have a team SOLOMID also in the blue zone, right in Georgia. But they need to start moving as of now because the zone is closing in. Mao eSports losing players one by one. The zone is getting the damage on them. We have the players from ATLMAGICIANS going towards the snare Pollyanna, but then tactical team as well is going towards the snare Pollyanna. Pain Africa is looking to go towards the sides of Sevani. So basically, right next to Sevani, we're going to be seeing a lot of fights happening there. Teams are third party in fights. The players here from Team SOLOMID are trying to make it his own, but then they have a team stopping them in their tracks, and that is none other than the Island Bros. We should be calling them the Island Ladies, but then we're not going to do that because they decided to call themselves Island Bros, even though they're ladies. I don't know why, but they are Island brothers and sisters. Pain Africa joining this fight as well, Relentless Esports. Right next to where we have Pain Africa right now, Blacklist seem to have changed their position, and oh, the people asking for the live results. No, wait. We're going to be showing the teams' results when the game ends. Okay, rest. All up. You have to wait and see which teams have made it there. Even for tomorrow is gonna be the same drill as you wait to see. But it is going to pop up anyway at random times. The live feed is gonna pop up for sure. But then we have Pain Africa going towards excuse me, the players are from ZEUS final boss. Venom does goes in for that push, and we have a spray there, a beautiful knock there from final boss players, because why would you go there without thinking about it? We have Kairos getting a knock at immediate task. Pain Africa players going in for that push, FTP in the hand. We have S12K ready to go for that push, the damage, and we have a knock there. Pain Africa has been knocked by Rek Movers. I don't know where Rek is joining this party from. But then you have 3 teams at the same place. Reckless is down. Fireboy trying to cook up a nade. Movers on that side. The nade almost connected, but then Movers did change his position on time. And we have another nade getting hooked up by Fireboy. We have a Kobe on this side. The players are from Final Boss as well, a third party in this fight, taking the kills from players from Rex Squad as they get knocked by Pain Africa. They're easily getting those tasks. Rex Squad having just 1 person remaining. Movers right in the middle of 2 teams, Pain Africa and ZEUS final boss. The nades, they are flying in. Movers has to find a way of surviving. Every single player right now trying to get a glimpse of what is happening, trying to get the knocks in there. Fireboy cooking up an 8. We have a Kobe, might just be landing on Movers there. Beautiful Kobe, there we go. Fireboy, I mean it's Fireboy. The name does make sense there. Getting a Kobe on the player. Now we have just 2 teams remaining here. We have a ZEUS final boss and Pain Africa. Pain Africa having just 2 players remaining in that game. We don't know what their plan is going to be, but we want to see what they want to do there. We have a Blacklist taking on the players from Relentless, taking them down one by one. Hans trying to cook up a nade there. Has to be careful because the nade there from Pain Africa did actually connect. The damages there didn't really get a knock. And we have the Pain Africa players. Can't hear the player from final boss trying to retreat. Kairos are going as far away as possible because it's not looking good for anyone right now. And they need to get their placement points up as much as possible. GGC Relentless Esports, they seem to have been taken back to a lobby. Pain Africa right now are looking for a chance to go in for that push on the players from ZEUS final boss as they change at their position, because Pain Africa as well needs those points. Pain Africa do the same thing and they take their vehicles and they go away from this fight. And now we have MORIS eSports are taking on the players from Team SOLOMID, and nades are getting hooked up. The nades are really connected, but then one of their teammates is down slime, getting nades thrown towards him as well. They need to be careful because the players from MORIS eSports are ready to take them down. 2 players only from Mount Esports, that is Demonic, and the Sky. Demonic holding in a nade here, trying to get a Kobe on the players from a team SOLOMID. You have a flag there from the teammate from Mount Esports. So let's see what their plan is, because how it's looking right now, it seems like they might not be having an easy move when it comes to this game. There we have a team SOLOMID trying to get the nades there on Mount Esports. Unfortunately, the Island Bros are losing players one by one, blacklist as well, taking on the players from ZEUS final boss. So basically, right now, this last game of the night, we have been having fights from the beginning of the game, and we are in the third phase of the zone, going to the fourth phase. It is going to get more damaging. The teams are going to get closer to each other. The fights are going to be happening a lot every single place in the map right now, because all they need is their kill points and their placement points just to be on the safe side in terms of their scores. Mao Esports now trying to do their best, because they're just about a duo. They have Sky and the Demonic remaining from their team. Nades are still getting hooked up. Demonic might just be able to get a Kobe there. The nade does go in, does get a knock there, and that means Demonic Nades was able to get a Kobe. That's trying to get another nade getting hooked up here, but we don't have a Kobe because that nade just bounced right beneath him, even though he thought it was going to be that one nice Kobe that gets people unexpectedly. We have Slime there cooking up a nade as well. We have a Kobe. Let's go. I can see both teams are trying to do their best to get the Kobe's happening there. The push is finally happening there. Slime does go in for that push, and the players there from Mount Esports are taken down by just one man. Slime from Team SOLOMID. Before that is yesterday's games, he was also amongst the MVPs of the games. I don't know if you're going to be seeing him again being an MVP tonight, but then with how he's playing tonight's games, he might just get the MVP title depending on how he takes on these fights. So the game started with 20 teams in the game. Now we're down to 10 teams. This is the first time I'm seeing this happen. Initially, when the games are starting tonight, on the second day of the semi-finale, fights are taking some time. Teams are not getting closer to each other. Basically, people are far away from each other. And now when you can see what is happening here, we have another fight happening. LALENA eSports are getting pushed. REDSO going in for that push. P-Tax is quite low. He gets the pre-fire there. He's quite low. Does try to go for that push again, but then unfortunately he's quite low. And that means that wouldn't have worked, because he was basically surrounded, being a solo up against 4 players from REDSO. We can see a lot is happening. Blacklist losing players as well. Tactical team seems to be taken back to lobby. Unity, REDSO, Unity from REDSO might be able to have something happening on the end there, but then unfortunately, final boss seems like ZEUS is also third party in that fight. LALENA eSports has just one guy remaining, that is Chill Boy, and you can see what is happening. Basically, everyone is third party in fights. They have decided, it is the last game of the night. This is our last chance as Group B. We need the placement points, we need the kill points. And if that means going for every single kill that comes our way, then why not do it? And that is exactly what the players are doing tonight. Already 8 teams are remaining. Fourth phase of the zone in a few seconds. Again into the fifth phase of the zone. Blacklist players receiving a lot of damage. Gizzy is quite low. There's just about 2 players remaining in the game. REDSO watching from afar. They have their teammates getting knocked. Blacklist doing that rotation. But is it going to be enough? Because teams are basically split out every single place. Salva is no longer in the safe zone. Players are going to be going towards places where we have a team like MGC, ZEUS, MORIS, where we have ATLMAGICIANS, where we have Blacklist. All these teams will start moving. The other team is quite far out in the zone. LALENA eSports needs to start going towards the safe zone, because it's getting a little bit more damaging right now. And they're going to be engaging in a lot of third-party fights. They're going to be having people waiting for them to make it to the zone, and then they're going to third-party them, or even stop them while they try to enter into the safe zone. So they need to start moving as early as now. ATLMAGICIANS holding the upper ground, the high ground, and they're hoping that this will help them see as many opponents as possible. The players from LALENA eSport player Chill Boy needs to make it to the safe zone now. Blacklist, Easy, and his team as well need to go towards the safe zone. Our players from REDSO as well need to start moving The zone is getting a little bit intense. Pain Africa is also in the game. They have survived this long. So GG's again to you, Pain Africa, for trying this much. Initially, Pain Africa would either lose their teammates and have one guy remaining, but then this time around, they are in the game. They have taken their time, and you can see it's gonna pay out finally. Chillboy, they're coming from behind. Let's get a knock. And the first, only player from team SOLOMID, 2 players now remaining, and they're going to try to get the push on the last player from LALENA eSports. Blacklist taking on the players from ZEUS MORIS. That means, like I said, last game of the night, players are just getting closer to each other right now. ZEUS MORIS might be losing players because there is an egg getting hooked up on their side as well. Faker just watching this from afar. He can see blacklist players trying to make it to the zone one because and his teammate Geese need to be careful because they have been spotted. REDSO as well holding the compound. Teams are now closing in on them. They are the only team that has the best compound right now when it comes to the safe zone. Team SOLOMID right beneath them. You can see Impulse just trying to see how he's going to engage here. You can hear Slime coming towards the zone. That means that is their chance to finally engage and get something happening on their end. But let's see if that's going to be the case there. We can see REDSO are really uncomfortable right now. They're trying to get their place here. They're trying to see what's going to happen. But then Slime does get the space there on Impulse. That really have anything happening. There are no fire connects. And we have a fast knock there. Our team SOLOMID having their teammate getting knocked. So that means only one person remains, and that is Slime. And we have REDSO coming from the back as well. A lot of teams have a lot of strategy here from REDSO. They have flanked basically trying to get as many points as possible, and Impulse are trying to get the square down. Slime doesn't really get the knock there, and the team does close in. We're going to be having a third party fight. REDSO waiting for a chance to get a Slime. The zone is about to close in. 8 teams remaining. We haven't lost a single team yet. Teams are just closer to each other. People are are now closer to each other, and we can see Team SOLOMID have been taken back to lobby by REDSO, and that leaves only 7 teams remaining. Blacklist having one who's not there. That means only one person remains standing, and that is Easy. But is it gonna be enough? Is he going to be able to survive? We have REDSO Impulse are still watching this fight from afar. Moonbot as well, trying to get as much cover for his teammate as possible. And we have their Chillboy from LALENA eSports getting knocked, might just be casted as well. And his teammate TT Sexy as well, closing in, coming into the safe zone. Let's see what the strategy is going to be for him. And now he's going to tackle this last zone fight. REDSO Impulse watching this fight from afar, trying to get a sprays there. Let's get some damage on Yaya. Okay. What's not happening? Is that REDSO twice? But we have, it's Magicians. Okay. Magicians are getting closer. Calvin are going in for that push. Trying to get as much points as possible. Like I said, 3 points is what the players are looking for. Placement points as well. It is the last game of the night. You can see how many knocks are getting registered here. Unable to get the task, but they're going to try their best to get the task for this side. MGC waiting on ZEUS MORIS player Logic. There are just about 2 players remaining. Lucifer is the down. Logic being the last person remaining. Now Magician cooking up a nade as they get a Kobe. But then Logic does go up the crate, and that does expose him and takes him all the way back to lobby. 4 teams remaining. I don't know what their plan is going to be, but we are going to wait and see what Pain Africa is going to be up to, what REDSO is going to be up to, what LALENA eSports is going to be doing, and what Alt Magicians is going to be up to tonight. This is the last game of the night for the semi-finals. Day 2. Pain Africa player does the spot the LALENA eSports player. Oh damn! But then unfortunately he's spotted as well, and he's taken back to lobby. That leaves just 2 teams remaining: Alt Magicians and REDSO. We have the damage there. Of course, the players from Alt Magicians are a full team. REDSO having just but a duo remaining from their team. Impulse are watching this from afar. I don't know what he's gonna be doing right now, but REDSO, 2 players, Impulse and Moonbot, have been holding it down for their team from the beginning of the game. They have just held the same place. Now we have Zenex going in for that push there, and Moonbot does get the damage from Zenex, but then unfortunately he's not down. Impulse does get knocked. 1 person remains, and that is Moonbot. But then the zone is not your friend, my guy. And finally, a winner chicken dinner for the Magicians. GG's to you guys. That's a beautiful win from you. And it is a well-deserved chicken dinner. So congratulations to you guys, and GG's. Well, it is the last game of the night. It is the last game of the night, and we love to see it. And congratulations again to you guys. From the magicians, we're getting the beautiful winner, a winner chicken dinner on that game. It was well deserved. Yes, it was a late win. I mean, they had the late rotations. They had people coming towards them. The MGC team, they had REDSO waiting right above them. Blacklist was coming on that side as well. So a lot did happen around the players from magicians, but then they kept their cool and they got their winner chicken dinner. So GG's again for taking the win for the last game for tonight, semi-finals day 2. Remember, this is the last day for Group B, and for tonight, I have not seen Group B performing that much, so that's going to be really interesting just to see what is going to be happening at the end of the day. Looking at their stats, Duke there, 2 eliminations with a damage of 37. Kevin, 0 eliminations, a damage of 73. Smokey, 1 elimination, a damage of 106. And Zendex, 4 eliminations, a damage of 571. Again, GG's to you guys. MGC for getting the win on the last game of the night. You all deserved it, and we have loved watching you guys trying to get it. So GG's to you guys. I didn't even know magicians were rotating that much, because to be honest, they were all over the game. But GG's again, MGC. From that game, they get a total of 17 points. REDSO getting 12. ZEUS Final Boss 10. LALENA eSports 8. Relentless eSports 7. Tiny Blacklist. ZEUS and Pain Africa. ZEUS MORIS getting 6. Team Unique 5. Unity Force 5. Ocean Galaxy 4. Team SOLOMID 3. Neon Force 3. Force Strength MRUHYPERZ Rex Squad getting 1 points each. And MORIS eSports with Tactical Team getting 0 points each from that game. So GG's to you guys for that beautiful winner chicken dinner on Alt Magicians. You all deserved it. You were missing the wins every single time by a small margin. And this time round, we finally got the winner chicken dinner. Man of the match in the last game of the night, it is none other than Blacklist 1 Cruz, getting 5 eliminations and dealing a damage of 899. 0 assists, survives a total of 19 minutes and 47 seconds, and gets 4 knockouts from that game. GG's to you, Blacklist 1 Cruz. They survived Gizzy as the only people standing from their team when it came to the last zone fight. So again, GG's to you, 1 Cruz, for getting the man of the match title. We saw the rotations you made with Gizzy, the much damage you tried to put there, as many knocks as possible just to get your points for your team. And it finally paid out, and you got that man of the match title for the last game of the night, and that is in Wrangle. Looking at the head-to-head here, we have Alt Magicians and REDSO. Alt Magicians getting 7 eliminations, REDSO getting 6. Magicians getting 787 damage dealt, with REDSO getting 844. Magicians having 4 knockouts, REDSO 3. Total time in the blue for the Magicians is 3 minutes and 17 seconds, and for REDSO it is 0 seconds in the blue. So GG's again to you, Alt Magicians, for that win, and for REDSO for trying to get that win, even though it didn't really play out as much as they almost had the win when it came to the last game of the night. So GG's to you, to be honest, for trying. And I hope tomorrow you'll try your best as well. But I think for the Magicians, that is it for them. I believe they are in Group B, if I'm not wrong. I saw them yesterday, so I hope they got as many points as possible when it came to this last game of the night for their game. Just a quick look at how the zone did the rotations there. We had the zone starting in the northern side around Sivani, Yesnapoliana. We had a couple of teams there. Jojipul as well was quite crowded, to be honest. You can see all these teams, at least 4 teams were in Jojipul. Both the lower and the upper side of Jojipul was crowded. We had 4 Strength passing by, doing a very late rotation there. Yesterday, 4 Strength, the team captain gave them the best calls when it came to where to hold in the zone, but tonight we have not seen them. The players from SL came from the southern side, quite in the lower side of the zone, that is the blue zone, and they got a very wide rotation going all the way to hospital. They're basically avoiding every single fight. You can see how they were rotating, and they finally made it to the safe zone. They almost encountered a team there REDSO came from Rozok, and they were the ones that actually went all the way to Stalba because it was quite empty. More esports had a chance of doing that as well. I don't know what happened with them there, but they should have gone towards Stalba because they had the upper hand there. But then the magicians went towards that side as well, just held the same ground there, took their time. But for REDSO, they continued on all the way round and made it to Stalba just to make sure they held the safest point in the zone. Mao esports took their time, engaged in a fight against the team SOLOMID, a blacklist as well. They started now moving around Gizi and one Kuz. They were the only ones remaining from their team. So they were forced, of course, to avoid these fights as much as possible to make it to the safe zone and make the right calls, get their rotations in. And you can see they almost got their chicken dinner. They had their points, right? But then that was not really the case this time because they did not really have teammates to back them up. And when you look at the alt positions there as well, they took their time. They were going towards Stalba. They stayed right at the edges of Stalba. They were on the hills there, trying to see if they have the best upper hand. Pain Africa also had the best place. They were just right above Stalba, right next to Stalba, sorry, and they also had the safest place to be in. But because his teammate was just but a solo from Pain Africa, that did disadvantage Pain Africa. And of course, if you did not really have anything happening on that side, then there's no way he will have survived. We have the magicians there. We saw how they rotated red, so they had the best place in Stalba, but then the zone forced them to go towards our magicians. They were just but a duo. When Impulse got knocked and Moonbot saw that his teammate was knocked, of course there was a confusion there, but then it does happen. But then GG to MGC. For that, game one, we had a wrangle where we had LALENA eSports getting the chicken dinner. Game two was Miramar. Tactical team got the win. Game three, Sunhawk, MRUHYPERZ. And we have the last game that is a wrangle match 4, where we have the alt magicians getting the winner chicken dinner for that game. So GG's again to you guys. You all deserved that win. We have finally the overall results for this game combined with the ones I played yesterday, Group A and B. We have magicians getting 61 points, tied with Neon Force. That's actually quite high. Rage Esports getting 52. Later Esports at 49. If Later Esports does well again tomorrow, they might just be moving out magicians from that position. MRUHYPERZ 45. Invincibles 39. LALENA at 36. Tiny 4 strength. REDSO 34. Tactical team time with TDS for 31 points. And we have Blacklist getting 29 points. Just a reminder, only the top 10 teams qualify to the finale, and you have to make sure your team makes it to the finale. Otherwise, you'll be losing that fight too early in the game to make it there. You might not be able to fight your way to the grand finale and stand a chance of getting something from the $2,000. Position 13 there, we have Team SOLOMID with 24 points. In position 14 and 15, we have Team Unique and Unity Force 22 points. Athletic Extreme with 21, Pain Africa 20, Relentless Esports 19, Gen Z 18, Tiny ZEUS Final Boss in Ocean Galaxy, and then you have Island Bros with 17, ZEUS Morris with 16, and Rexcode with 10. That is quite unfortunate for Rexcode, to be honest. Honestly, the games have not really favored them in terms of points. They have really struggled, but it's fine. And these things happen, to be honest. But unfortunately for them, I believe that is their last chance of making it to the finals. But anyway, guys, that was the last game of the night when it came to today's semi-finale games. So day 2. Tomorrow we have the last day for semi-finals. For Group B, that was their last straw when it comes to qualifying to the finale. So I'm hoping Group A and C will pull up their game when it comes to tomorrow's games. But for now, I have been your host, Mitch Gaming. I hope you guys have enjoyed the game. When you get to this far, I hope you like, share, and not share, but I hope you like and subscribe. And I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow.